Um, definitely, do a live stream because it's amazing. You do this for an hour or 2 hours when nothing else is going on YouTube for the cooking community. You'll get your watch hours will build up tremendously.
Yeah.
Oh, so this counts as watch time?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it does.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, good, because I've got a live that I'm going to do on. I'm doing one live Friday night at,
Friday
at,
night,
at
yeah.
7 o'clock Central.
Okay.
So
Well, if I'm, my wife's a photographer, and we're supposed to go about 4 hours from here. So if we can, and if I've got internet, I'll definitely be on it, Coleman.
Yeah.
okay, thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, I've only got. I just hit 200 subs, so I'm a little guy.
Yeah, that's all right. So I'm being told that they can only see me and they can't see Chris and Coleman.
No, on YouTube we
Yeah.
can't. I got YouTube on the TV here. I can only see you, and I can't hear anybody else talking but you. That's why I was wondering who the hell you were talking to when I first came on.
Yeah.
I'm,
What the
I'm,
hell?
I'm watching it right now on YouTube and it's showing all three of us.
Shows all three of it. Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I've got it playing on my TV, so that could make a difference.
Yeah, like Mr. Barry says, Mike, you're only talking to yourself. What the hell? All right.
So Stephen and John Wolfred said they can see all.
All three.
Yeah, and I can see all because I just refreshed it. So
Maybe it's because some people drive on the wrong side of the road and others don't.
those those EU people.
Here in Texas, we drive on the shoulder, but that's only the pass.
Yeah, as far as I can see, I've got everything going.
Yeah. No,
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
good.
Stefan, he drives on the wrong side of the road and he can see us. So
And he's from Trinidad.
yeah, so he can see us.
And
Yeah, but Dano's saying that I'm just talking to myself, which that's probably Dano. That's the best conversation I could ever have is with myself. I mean, seriously.
It's an argument you'll always win.
Exactly. I don't get it, guys.
I think you're
I
good.
know.
I think you're good.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm sorry, guys. Imaginary friends. Patrick says imaginary friends.
Yeah.
Yep. I made up this guy named Chris and Coleman, and we're just kind of hanging out. So I'm sorry, guys, on the chat. If you can't see the other two, they're both ugly. You really can't miss much.
No, if anything, refresh it because I refreshed.
There you go.
I can see us all. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe try refreshing, guys. See if they pop up.
Yeah. Because Steven's saying we're all good.
Yeah, so try refreshing, guys, and see. Maybe I'm gonna blame it on this StreamYard thing. I'll blame it on you.
Yeah.
Blame it on Chris. Oh, okay. Well, Patrick, come on, Patrick. Do you see him? Refreshing now. Patrick's refreshing. Yeah, Patrick's got that internet too that drives on the left side of the road. So we'll see if it works for him. Nope, didn't work for him. Patrick, I don't know, guys. This is crazy.
The last chat that I saw was from Steven. And he says, at the dude's kitchen, you're good.
Yeah. So Reese's got to leave. So goodbye, my friend.
Let me write something.
And I've got you guys pegged so you can.
So I just gave a thumbs up in the chat.
Okay.
It might take a few seconds for it to show up.
Yeah. Chatting. Nothing but squirrel turds, dude. It's the moonshine talking, isn't it? Yeah, it's just me sitting here talking. I don't get it. Oh, live viewers, I got two. Yep, Chris has popped up.
It's funny. I just pulled it up on my iPad because here you're on my phone, I pulled it up over here on my iPad, and I can see all three of us on there now.
Okay, it's got to be something with like the TV or whatever. Right.
Yeah, because
sorry guys,
it's only showing.
Go to another stream. I mean, it's working for some. It's not for others. I'm sorry, guys. This sucks.
Hey, so what does StreamYard cost you, Mike? Is there a monthly subscription or what is that?
For me, I do the cheap one.
Okay.
Where it's zero, costs me nothing, but I can get 6 people up to 20 minutes or 20 hours a month. Maybe that's what it is. Yeah. And there's like a $20 a month one that you can do, and you can get 10 people and all sorts of crazy shit. And then there's another one. But if I can get away with just the cheap one, I'd do that in a heartbeat.
Okay.
So.
Hey, Laura.
Oh, that could be it, Sam. Maybe StreamYard and
sometimes the thing will crash and you have to restart your live, and that's it's not only with a free one. I think it might be with the one you pay. But yeah, this one's free. You can do 6 people, have up to 6 people, and sometimes Charlie goes over his hours. He can only do so many hours a month.
Correct. It's 20. If you're doing the free, because Charlie's the one that gave me the idea of doing the free one, because it's 20 hours a month.
Right. Yeah, we're up to 5 people now watching again. So
okay,
it might have shut down and then restarted.
Okay. Cheers, Mr. Barry. Patrick, want to try leaving and coming back? Same with you, Zach. Try leaving and coming back into it. Maybe that's it. Because I had a little bit of problems at the very beginning.
Yeah.
And it could be that these folks, I mean, like Craig, he was one of the first ones on. But Craig and Stefan, at least Stefan's getting it. Cheers, Mr. Barry. I don't know.
It's pronounced Stephen, but spelled Stefan.
Okay, Stephen. Sorry, Stephen.
Stephen's
awesome.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
You don't want a black man afraid or upset at
you. Hey, do you guys watch a guy by the name of T. Roy Cooks?
I've seen him, Troy.
I've seen him, but yeah.
Yeah, Troy's a big guy, big channel.
Yeah, I like him. He's got like a couple 100,000 viewers or subs, and then another one I like is Baby Back Maniac.
Yeah,
he's got a couple 100,000 as well.
Yeah, T. Roy. His name is Troy.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, Baby Back Maniac. Yeah, he's got some great grills. He's got some.
Oh, he does. He's got a shit ton of grills. He's got like 30 of them sitting out on his back patio.
Right.
Yeah. Us fat guys, we got to stick together. That's why I like watching Baby Back Maniac.
You never see or a Blackstone or a fucking Weber. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Well, the only skinny chef that we have is fucking Pickles.
Yeah.
What
the hell?
Is who?
You're freaking nature, man.
Yep. He's an alien.
Yeah, that's true. Charlie's such a good guy, though. He really is. He's got a great heart. Coleman, do you follow Pickles over at Pickles Barbecue?
I don't, but I'll go check out his. What's the name of his channel?
Pickles Barbecue.
Okay, I'll have to go check him out.
Yeah, he's great.
He doesn't make a lot of videos, but he's very active. Like even offline on the phone, he'll chill out on the phone. He'll do some live streams. He doesn't do a lot of cooking videos, but
no, he does this.
Yeah,
he'll do this a couple times a week.
Yeah, and he'll talk to you. He'll talk to you every day. He'll text you and talk to you. Fucking great guy.
I'm not that good of friends with him yet, but
he's a crazy guy from Colorado.
Yeah. So very nice man. So
it's called Pickles Barbecue.
Yep, Pickles Barbecue. Yep.
Okay, I'll go check it. I'll go.
Bald guy with a big beard.
Yeah, kind of looks like ZZ Top guy. Him and Craig. Okay. There's another guy too. Craig over Behind the Garage Barbecue.
Yeah, I think I've seen his stuff.
Yeah, and Patrick over at Patty Joe Cooking. Sam over at Baller Barbecue. He's Patrick's out of Australia. Sam over at Ballers Barbecues out of New Zealand. Both have great channels. Patrick comes up with some of the craziest shit, man. I'm not kidding. The cook. Oh my God. My favorite episode he ever did, and he knows this, and he'll probably start giving me shit over here about my imaginary friends and stuff. But he did salt and vinegar chips, and he did this challenge, and it took him 7 minutes and 1 second to eat this entire bag of salt and vinegar chips. And he said at one point, he said it was coming out his nose, you know. But he also had another bag, and he put a couple of eggs, scrambled them up, put eggs in there, and then put them in the water. This is all in the same episode. He took the potato chips, smashed them up, put some eggs in there, put them in boiling water, and it was almost like a scrambled salt and vinegar.
Like a sous vide.
It's like, oh my God.
Like a sous vide omelet.
Yeah, sous vide omelet. Let's pretend we can hear the dude's imaginary friends and make stuff up about what they're saying. Oh, Zach's trying to get in. Zach? You guys see Zach now?
Yep.
All right.
Is this your hermaphrodite friend?
I had to do a little IT troubleshooting there.
Zach, you need to do something for Patrick over at Patty Joe and some of those guys. They're struggling too.
You just press the link and go to Safari, for fuck's sakes. It's not that hard. I guess that's if you have an
I got to turn off the reverb, though, on the YouTube.
Yeah, be shutting that crap down, Pat, or Zach. Well, Patrick, if you can't see anybody, why don't you just hop on the damn live?
I can see Zach.
Yeah, exactly. I think it's Patrick personally.
Yeah.
Craig kind of went silent too, so he might be like Charlie and has an early bedtime.
The IT guys are the worst for live.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So everybody, this is Zach. He's my camera guy. I work with Zach, and we have a blast. Yeah, he's doing his IT crap. And next imaginary friend.
So, Mike, I think your daughter, I watched your daughter's video today, and she said her kids don't like tomatoes. She should like blend them up in the Ninja Foodie or something.
That's what we said offline. I'm like, you're already using the juice,
right?
Just vaporize the damn things and throw them in there. They'd never know the difference.
Exactly.
But no, well, whatever.
Son of a bitch.
I know, damn kids.
Yeah.
Yes. What they say in Grumpy Old Men, damn kids, you can't live with them, you can't shoot them.
Yep. Why don't you pull your lip over your head and swallow?
Swallow. I was hanging out with a friend of mine I hadn't seen in about a year today, and we were quoting shit from Grumpy Old Men at lunch. And for dinner, a whole damn plate of bacon. Should have took a dirt nap 30 years ago. They keep dying, and I'm still here. Or the part where he goes, hands his dad a beer, and he takes the 5-pack, goes, keep the change.
Amazing.
Keep the change. Hey, I made another one.
How's the vacay going so far, dude?
Dude, I got my garage all cleaned out.
Did you?
Next step is to take the Camaro and move it over to the side. So, those of you who don't know, I own a 70 Camaro Super Sport. I've owned it since '83,
Really?
and it's in about 1,000 pieces in my garage right now. So, it just sits on these stands. It's completely tore apart. It just now the next step is putting it back together, and I haven't touched it in like maybe 3 years. But, it's not rusting anymore or anything. And it's got a great body anyways. Kind of like me, right? Great body.
I was going to say,
So,
it's kind of like you on jack stands.
exactly. Drunk, what is it? Drunk, fat, and stupid are no way to go through life, son. Yes, it is. The only way to go. So I bought some rollers for it. So tomorrow I'm gonna take it off its stands, put the tires back on, put it on the tires, and shove it all the way to one side of the garage,
Right.
so I can bring my motorcycle back in and push it over into a corner. And also during the wintertime, I want to be able to. I'm running 2 lives. Well, great. That means Craig. That means I'm getting twice the views, twice the hours. I can do this shit more often. Craig figured it out. 2 lives, guys. Find the real one.
We got 5 people here right now. It shows.
And see, my other live shows 6. So I wonder if I'm going to get the same amount of hours. That'd be fucking funny, dude. Man, I'd have like monitors all over the place just running lives.
Start your own porn show.
Yeah, you don't want to see this in porn, man. No way.
Yeah, no thanks.
Oh,
Hey, once you go fat, you never go back.
Yeah, exactly.
I saw Ron Jeremy, and I think he lives in upstate New York because I saw him about 10 years ago in the airport twice up in Buffalo. And I'm like, that's fucking Ron Jeremy.
Ron Jeremy.
Yeah, Ron Jeremy. Yeah, so now he's getting charged with all these fucking sexual assaults and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Like, they're fucking porn stars and hookers. How can you?
Yeah, what do you expect, people? Seriously.
Yeah. Sorry.
You know, when I start going in,
What's the best porn site out there right now?
Ron Jeremy's?
No, what's the best porn site out there right now?
Oh,
Got any
Oh, what the hell's the name of that?
killers?
It was
I think I've stuck with the same one since I was about 18. I need to switch it up a bit.
Sesame Street is not a porn site.
What's that?
you know, when I go into the garage to start doing lives and cooking, I'll show you. So it's pretty torn apart, and right now it's more storage than anything else. Dano's pit patio is talking about my Camaro, and it's just got shit inside of it. It's got shit on top of it. I don't do anything with it. I just sits there. I was gonna offer it to my son. He wanted my 06 F-150. I'm like, are you dense, boy? You got 70 Camaro versus a 06 F-150? But that's the generation, man. It's like, oh, I want the truck. Screw you. You get in the 06 Jetta. You get the 06 Jetta, dude.
I restore old Jeeps.
Okay, that'd be cool.
yeah, definitely cool.
I got a 68 Jeepster Commando that I'm restoring now that I got a
dude.
shop with a lift in it out here at the house, and man, I completely boxed in the frame and put a 4-link in the rear and a 3-link in the front, and new axles in the front and the rear. Put a Chevy 350 in it. So
I'd like to get an old International or something like that.
Yeah.
Those are cool.
oh
That'd
yeah,
be cool.
yeah.
Sam, I'm not sure I understand your question. Hey, Mike, did you have one particular video that just set off your channel? You know, yes, I did, Sam. I did, and it wasn't too long ago, and I didn't expect it to be anything, but I filmed it in July. This is before Zach came on. You know, we're not gonna go there. I'm just giving Zach shit. I give the cameraman shit. And it was hamburger gravy and mushroom and hamburger steak and gravy. And that one just took off. And that's my one video that took off. And I have over 100 videos. I have one that's done really well.
What's that? That's like Salisbury Steak.
Very, very close to it. Almost identical, actually.
Right.
I think it just depends on what part of the country you're in. So, yeah, back here, and that's something we used to eat when we were kids in the 70s all the time because it was cheap.
Yeah.
You know, kind of like a patty melt. You had a shit ton of white bread laying around, but no hamburger buns, so you just made a patty melt.
Not Patty Joe. We don't want to confuse this with Patty Joe melt.
A Patty Joe melt.
Most of my videos get like 100 or 200 views. They don't get a whole lot, but I had one of mine I did on Texas Twinkies that just hit 1,000 views,
I
and
saw that one. Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Great.
Thank you, Mr. Barry. I appreciate that. Yeah, a year ago, there was a big fire, a boat caught on fire in California, and like 36 people died in it. I don't know if you remember that. It was this month, last year, and we had a friend on there. So I did a video that was dedicated to her, and I put no other channel, video advertisements or anything. I just did it for her. And that was sad. She died on her birthday of all things.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
I think I remember hearing about that.
Yeah, it
Who
was
was
down
this?
by the Channel Islands. Her name was Videhi Williams. We always called her Vi, and just was she was a hippie girl. But my brother and his wife his wife was best friends with her and met her several times. Yeah, just a nice gal. And her parents, I was talking to her the first time I ever met her, and she was like, "Yeah, my parents are hippies, and that's why I got how I got my name, and so on and so forth." So, but I mean, that's cool. It all works. So,
Who's got the barking dogs?
oh, and my neighbor's dogs kitty corner to me. They're always barking. And I used to yell at them a couple times you hear me yell at them in videos.
Yeah.
And now I just kind of roll with it, like, screw it. Whatever.
It's like Sam, the cooking guy. He's always yelling at the neighbor's dog.
Right.
Yes. I've heard it. Hey, Yvonne from Food Galore, Mexico. Hey, brother. How are you?
Zach, were you in the military?
Was I?
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
No, I got into some trouble when I was young. I tried to get in the military, but they said I needed to take care of my shit before I can get into the military. I was like,
They don't let you in with an ankle bracelet. Is that what you're saying?
exactly, yeah.
Yeah, Chris
Which
is
is-
right. Chris
What's
was
that?
Chris, don't F with cats. He's a leatherneck,
Yeah, I was in the Marines. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
jarhead. So it's kind of interesting. I think it was you telling me how jarhead got its name. Where they'd wear jar or things on their head, and they'd have on Navy ships
Yeah.
years ago.
Yeah, leatherneck is one term because around the neck they would wear leather, and that would protect their necks from swords back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
The haircut, and there are so many different acronyms or names, not acronyms, but names that they called us.
Yeah.
From my history. Yeah.
Chris, when were you in?
I was 94, 98.
Okay.
Yeah.
What was going on then? Kosovo?
Nothing.
Nothing.
No. I was
You
in
got
Washington.
That was right after the first Iraqi.
That was after the first Iraq War. Yeah.
Laura says, and zipper heads are privates.
Well, thanks for your service, Chris.
Well, I appreciate that. I didn't do anything but serve, but
Hey,
yeah.
Hey,
did
it's all that
something.
matters, brother.
Yeah.
It's all that matters. So yeah, apparently I've got 2 going on. Guys, go to the other live.
It shows 7 on one. The one I'm on, it shows 7.
Okay. And the other one I'm showing is 8, so with 18 thumbs up. So okay, hey Patrick, did you finally figure it out? Why aren't you on the show, dude? Yvonne, why aren't you on the show? And Sam Baller, he's still out there, so right on. This is awesome, guys. I love going live and just sitting here. There's Patty. There's Patrick. Come on, brother. Hop on. You got this. You got this. You can do it, Patrick. I have faith that you think I got long hair. Just look at Patrick. Holy crap.
Andy sounds funny.
Okay, he's bounced between the 2 streams. I really hope that I get
Double.
doubles. That would be awesome, dude. That would be like score, man. One side, people just think I'm talking to myself, which is the best conversation I've ever had.
Right.
And the other one, people are like, okay, he's really talking to 4 people or 3 people.
Crazy.
That's funny, dude. So technically, I have a total of 14 views going on.
What kind
Chris, you
of grills do you guys cook on?
I get the Weber 20-inch.
Oh, I love my Weber, man. That's so awesome. Yeah, I was just showing him Coleman earlier that my stove for my Weber, I did a
That's
potato
cool.
baked potato in it, and it just burnt the hell out of it. So then I put a potato over the top, put a grill on it, the Weber grill, and put it on top there, and the potato came out perfect. So now I want to try a steak. I think it'd be just fun, just to prove that you can do it, right?
I can. Yeah, you definitely put the grill grate on top of that, or a grate, and depending on the thickness of the steak, a couple minutes or whatever for each side. Hell yeah.
I found 3 New York steaks that were about that thick. I'm not shitting; they're perfect at our local grocery store for half off. They were getting to the point. My grandpa taught me to go to the discount section
Yeah.
for meat, and that's what I did. And I was like, damn. So I froze 2 of them, and I'm going to cook up one of them tomorrow.
Wow.
I found a brisket, a $52 brisket, and I picked it up for $12 looking in there. They'd cut it in half, and then they gave me another 50% off. Like, fuck yeah, I'm taking that, man. In a heartbeat.
Was it a full packer, or what was it?
It was a good sized brisket, you know. It was thick on one side and kind of tapered down. So I don't know. It was my first brisket, so I don't know a lot about brisket. But I put it on. I have a pellet behind me, and I just put it on there, and I put it on the far side of the pellet grill, away from where the heat source comes out, and just left it on there for about 6 hours. And then at about the 4-hour mark, I wrapped it in peach butcher paper. I don't know why I got peach, but I got it. Wrapped it up, threw it in there, and once it hit 195 or 180, I pulled it. And I think I cooked it too long, but you know, I eat the whole damn thing within 3 days.
Yeah. Most of the guys out here, they'll wrap them and leave them till they get to about 210, and then they'll pull them.
This was my first one, and it was absolutely amazing.
Oh yeah, that's going to be one of my next videos. I picked up a brisket at Sam's. And, that's going to be one of my next videos I do is a full packer.
Patrick.
Hey, can you guys throw your link to your channels in the chat, and I'll go ahead and subscribe?
Yeah, please do. Zach, you're a moderator,
Chris, do you have a channel too, right?
I do, but I'm not really doing video. I just do game cam videos.
Yeah, he just hops on lives and stuff.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But if you like cats, you can go check out his cats. I love Chris's live videos because you see like a deer and then some little a turkey or something and a little thing bouncing around, a squirrel, and then here comes Jet running across. Jet the cat, and then you'll see more deer and turkeys and little varmints.
Where do you live at?
I'm in New Hampshire.
Okay.
Yeah. I think the the Weber. So I have the Weber 20-inch, and they call it something. I forget what it is. But I've done prime ribs, fucking spatchcock, chicken, hamburgers, steaks, and I'll tell you, and I guess it depends on how much you're cooking for people, size of the grill that you want. But I'll tell you, for myself and the family of 3 that I have, the Weber 20-inch does exactly what I need. I don't need anything.
Is that the Weber kettle, or is it the?
Oh, it's the kettle, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
You did the meatloaf on it.
I did meatloaf on it. Yep.
Yeah. That looked awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a Weber kettle. I did a tri-tip on it here about a month ago, and I did some chicken wings, and because I mainly cook on the Kamado Joe.
We don't have tri-tip in the East Coast. They don't. It's all West Coast.
You're missing it, man. It comes from the same cow.
Yeah, I'm like, what are you? I told these butchers, I'm like, what do you grow cows without tri-tips here? Are you fucking crazy? But yeah, you have to special order it here. Otherwise, tri-tip is not in the stores.
Man, I love cooking a tri-tip, and I do a dry brine it with it overnight in the refrigerator, and then stick it on and do a reverse sear.
Oh. Man,
those things are just freaking amazing. I did the last video I did a Wagyu on the tri-tip on the Weber kettle.
Right.
Oh man, love Wagyu.
Yeah. You know, when I was at the Albertsons the other day, when I picked up that brisket, they had some Wagyu there for 50% off.
All right, Coleman, I'm subscribed, brother.
Thank you, buddy. I appreciate it. Have you got a channel?
Man. No, I'm just a camera guy for now.
Okay. Yeah, I already subscribed to Mike, so Chris, I'll have to find yours and sub to it.
No worries. That's all right.
Yeah. I think Chris just has fun hanging out. Yeah. It's amazing the people you meet. It's so awesome.
Yeah.
Love that.
Well, I'm you guys are like real people. I mean, a lot of these YouTube guys are just so freaking snobby. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
There are some out there. Yeah. You're just like, wow.
It's all
really?
Yeah. We're all just making videos.
Let me not get you wrong. It's like, who wouldn't want to make money?
Correct.
Who would? So I have no problem with that. But they do get to a point where they don't respond to your comments. And, when I first started watching in the barbecue community, the barbecue community is fantastic. I started watching, Cooking with Rye and
right. I like his stuff.
Yeah, and CJ and all those guys. It's really a great community, but it gets to a point. It's like it's about money,
right?
Yeah. The money blinds them, and I'm not saying that about anyone that I just mentioned. I'm not saying that at all. But they want to make money. I have no problems with that about making money. But if you're a small channel, under 10,000 subs, and you might get a couple hundred people that comment on their video, give them a thumbs up or a thanks.
Right, something. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I was really surprised. You guys watch Cowboy Ken?
Oh yeah, I have before. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I sent him an email last week, and he actually answered me. It's shocked the heck out of me.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of those guys though, they just give you that canned response. Thank you. You ask a question, they were thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, he actually answered it and had a conversation with me. It was surprising.
That's cool.
Even some of those people where they're making crazy money off this, they hire people to comment,
right?
To post a comment or to answer a comment. And it's like and I don't know what people are making. I don't know. So if you have 100,000 subscribers and you're making videos, what do these people make?
They're making the guys that have 100 subs. They're making about $100,000 a year.
Damn.
Well, you can hire someone to,
but not just on AdSense money though. The majority of the money that I'm making so far is on Amazon affiliate stuff.
Wow.
Okay. I've thought about doing. I did that at one time, and I didn't make shit.
Man, you've got to do that, man. That's where the money's at.
Gotcha. Yeah,
and it's free. I mean, it didn't cost me anything other than getting a business license, and I put links below and everything. When you click on those things, I get paid anywhere from 3 to 10% on not just what they buy. Like, I was looking through my list today, and everything that was bought this week was nothing that I had on my videos. But if they go over to Amazon from your link and then buy something else, you get paid on it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Does that include blowjob fucking toys?
Yeah, it does. Yeah. Anything you buy on Amazon.
I think so. Yeah. Put sex toys up there.
Just asking.
This is my favorite.
I wouldn't know, but when you find out, let us know.
All right, guys, I'm gonna hop off. Nice meeting y'all.
Good night, Zach.
Yeah.
Hey, Zach.
Talk to you another tomorrow, brother. This is my pocket rocket that I use while I'm filming. That's funny, dude.
You put in the microwave seconds, and yeah, you're all set.
So I shut down the other chat. I did. It just
That
got to
must
the
be the
point
one
where,
I'm watching because you just went still on my TV, so that must have been the one I was on.
okay. Hey, but you're on. It's weird. You're on this one, so I don't know.
Yeah, I don't have any idea. But my wife
Oh,
just
there's
came in.
no why.
My wife just came in and gave me the dirty look. I'm tying up all the internet, so I think I'm going to have to run.
All right.
Hey, it was good to meet you guys. Thanks for visiting with me.
Coleman,
And,
I will make every effort to be there Friday.
Okay, thanks. It'll be 7 Central.
Okay, that's 6 my time. So if I'm not driving, I will hop on.
All right, sounds good. Good to meet you guys.
Thank you so much, Coleman. I appreciate it.
All right, bye.
Bye. Well, Chris, just you and me again, and we still have Laura, and now my wife's on here, and I think Craig's out there. So
Jean Wolford, who's that? Is that your
that's my wife.
Okay.
Yeah. And she's got to get out there.
Do you, instead of doing, as well as doing photography, are you a wedding singer as well, or?
No. No, but I have done a couple videos. Just fiddle farting around with it, and they're fun. They really are. It's I prefer this over videos. I never quite got the idea of it drives my wife nuts on the doing the camera. Never quite.
Yeah.
I have a problem with autofocus. Let's put it that way.
Okay.
But I figured that I tried to do some videos. So I think I've done 6 or maybe 7 wedding videos, and they're easy to do. There's a lot to it. Once again, it comes down to the editing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the edit, and you do a lot of editing too. I think behind the scenes, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
For other people, yeah. And the thing is, it's like if you're doing a video on making a sandwich or a wedding or whatever. There's a story that you have to tell.
Yeah, even my meatloaf and my fried rice, and when I did a deep fried hamburger, which I deep fried the whole fucking bun and everything, and dude, it's so much. It's for one person to do, and I guess that all depends on subscribers. Maybe if I had 10,000 subscribers, it'd be like, I'm making money off this shit. I'll fucking do it.
Yeah.
But I hate to be fake at the same time.
Correct.
And this and that. But there was so much time that goes into making videos. I think Craig does some great videos.
He does. He rocks. And Craig's got to put some time in on his videos.
He has to, and you do well. You do as well, and sometimes you have a helper. But it's a lot. It's a lot to make a really good video. And that's it.
When I have my daughter, I film my daughter doing her thing, and I much rather be behind the camera than in front. It's just but when you're in front of the camera, you're the director, you're the cook,
right?
You're the whole everything, and just taking that that one part off is huge. I don't have a problem editing her videos, and I love videoing her. But man, when you're doing it all, it's tough.
So let's say I would do a video on drinking a fucking ginger beer. And I do, okay, I'm drinking a ginger beer, and I'm like, oh, I fucked that up, and I'm like, okay, take two.
Mm-hmm.
And then be take 3, take 4, and
correct.
Yep, and I have to edit and this and that. There's a lot. There's a huge amount behind it.
Mm-hmm.
Some guys have the on live streams. I have no problem talking because I'm usually drunk.
Me too. Yep.
But when I'm making videos, it's like I'm not drunk, and I'm like, oh, I did something or I said something, and I'm like, oh, I hate repeating myself, or I sounded too much like I'm from Boston, where I'm like, Yeah, go fuck yourselves. Know,
Car, get some
yeah,
butter. I got to go to the car, get some butter.
right.
Yeah.
Right.
See now I wish Craig would hop on, but it says no takes, just let him roll. Oh god,
Yep.
that's tough, man. I did a blooper one time. I did my first camera guy. We're still best friends. He just doesn't have the time to do it anymore. We did 8 shoots in one day. We just balls to the wall going, and we did 4 food, 4 drinks. And the last video I did, and I'm drinking in every video. Yeah, you know where I'm going with this. I was trash. And so we were making a tequila sunrise. And for whatever reason, I would even grab the bottle of tequila and I'd call it vodka.
Right.
And he goes, not vodka. Damn it, son of a bitch.
Yeah.
So I poured this thing and did it again. So I'm going to put in vodka, not vodka. God, fuck, this is going to be one strong drink, man.
Right.
Finally, I just turned around and chucked the thing. And that was probably up until the hamburger steak and gravy. That was probably my most popular video because people loved the bloopers.
Yeah.
Definitely wasn't made for kids.
Yeah. No, I remember you saying that in a video or a live stream earlier, or maybe you commented, and this might have been a couple months ago, that you'll do all your cooks in like one day.
Yeah.
And you'll hit them, and that's it. You put a sticker on your refrigerator.
Correct.
Order.
Fridge frame.
And I caught it that it was out of order. It's like, sorry, Chris.
You did. Yes, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And,
because I had like a bunch of stickers and then I had none.
Yeah. Or you're missing one or something like that. And yeah. But no, and I'm not trying to pick apart your shit at all.
No, I know you're not.
Yeah. But yeah, it's tough. It's like, yeah, it's tough making
it is tough. Oh, Todd from Dad Incredible. Welcome, buddy. Welcome. I put a link out there, man. We want more people to show up.
Patrick.
Yeah.
If he's
Patrick, he said he doesn't do his sober. My first video will be sober. If let's say like Zach and I did 3 videos about a month ago, first time, and by the time I was on the 3rd one, I struggled. But the one that we came out last week, I was off, and I don't know why. And we started filming, and he goes, "Stop!" Because you need a beer, dude. Just chug a beer.
Right.
So I did, and we started going again. He goes, "Stop! Take another beer." We're gonna wait, and we're gonna wait. That's the nice thing about having that, right? Because I told Zach from the get-go, you have every right to stop it.
Right.
I don't want to be the director. If I'm fucking up, tell me. And I'm just like, because you need another beer. And through the whole video, I'm looking at it going, I'm off. I can tell I'm off through this whole video. And the video kind of bombed. I've had some bombs lately, and I don't know why. But definitely in that video, I'm just like, I'm off. I can tell.
Even though you look like George Lucas, you're not George Lucas.
No.
You know?
Hey, George Lucas here, and today we're doing Star Wars barbecuing. The Pellet Girl Strikes Back. That's funny. I should do that.
You should.
The Pellet Girl Strikes Back. That would be funny, dude.
You do good stuff. You definitely.
Thanks, Frank.
Yeah.
Thanks, Chris. Appreciate it.
Almost everyone's views are not. Yeah, I think so.
Ryan Turley's here. Nice, Ryan. Hi, Ryan. It's
sorry.
It's a job. It becomes another job, but it's more fun. You know.
Craig just said everyone's views are down, and I think it's seasonal too. With your views,
Gotcha.
people are in the summer and all that stuff. They're on we have this whole COVID shit going on.
Yeah.
But I think in the summer, people they're not staying inside their house. They're not watching TV. That's why, when they have TV shows, the new season doesn't start till fall.
Correct. Yeah.
Everyone's away in the summer. They're on vacation. They're doing this. They're outside. And, I think it's a seasonal thing, and I think especially the COVID thing, I was really surprised come March or back to March and February of this year, that the views weren't up because I'm like, everyone is like, don't go out, this and that. So I thought the views would be up dramatically, but I didn't see a lot of it. I didn't see a lot of more. I didn't see a lot more videos. I didn't see a lot more views. And I'm like, people got to be. I mean, everyone's staying at home. They got to be doing something. They got to be cooking. They got to be doing something. But no, they weren't making videos and
Making babies, man.
making babies. COVID babies,
COVID baby, yeah. Wait till you get the first kid named COVID
right?
or Corona.
So it was funny because there was one guy that I watched, and he's a very political type guy, not crazy, but he's like, are they gonna do like a farm aid video for these, for COVID and this and that?
Corona
And,
aid.
and I said, call it COVID.
COVID. I love it. COVID.
He's like, I'm gonna trademark that. Thank you.
That's
Yeah.
awesome, man. Time for some COVID.
COVID.
That's funny. I noticed an increase in my views, not a hell of a lot. And it wasn't until June, July that it really jumped up for whatever reason.
Right.
And then it just plateaued. And I'm looking at my stats going, damn, I'm not really going up. I'm not going down for about 2 months. And then my daughter's thing came on and my views went up a little bit, but my subscribers went through the roof.
Wow.
I gained 400 subscribers in like a month. And then my views just went. Pfft. And then I discovered this, and that helps prop up the view time. But, with 1,190 subscribers, you would think you'd at least get, 300 views out of it. And I'm not.
I think you got a lot of the vegetarian viewers, and then you start making my cat. There's another cat eating my cat food. Sorry.
That's all right.
This cat is huge.
Surprise. Oh, is it Jet?
No, he's like 14 pounds.
Wow, that's a big cat.
Yeah. So yeah, I think maybe you got a lot of the vegetarian views, and once you start doing meat again, maybe your view time went down. I don't know.
That's interesting because about the time I started up again, because August was our busy season, July, August, and even September. But I've been putting in, a couple videos. I started the meet again. I didn't think about that.
Yeah. Because even
Once I started the meet again, they kind of went down.
Even your last video where your daughter made the tomato sauce, that started out with you. So people, you may catch the vegetarian crew or vegan or this or that, and then they start seeing you making a hamburger, and it's like, yeah, I'm out of here.
Yeah, that's true. They probably come just to see Mike do his meat. So, yeah, Angela and I have. The only reason why I did that is that was filmed obviously afterwards, and I thought, it'd be kind of a cool intro, just me eating away, because it really was damn good.
Right.
But you got a point, because that has been my least performing video.
Really.
And I just put that in the beginning as an experiment.
Yeah.
If I cut it out, it probably would. I don't know. YouTube is such a finicky thing.
It is. I've renamed videos, several times to try like rescue kitten or lost kitten, like the kitten that I found in Atlanta that I brought back home to New Hampshire in my fucking backpack. And I'm like, kitty adopted me, rescue kitten, and even changed names. It doesn't grab. I think my most watched video is like 800 views is like my most watched video. And then I see if I do a gun video, they'll have good views for a channel my size, but you're not going to get monetized on gun videos because
no, you're not in this day and age, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Yeah. I do enjoy the cilantro. That was so fucking funny, dude.
I fucking hate that shit.
I loved it last week where we had are you team cilantro or not? But I'm not team broccoli. My daughter did another video, and she or Brussels sprouts or cauliflower. And she did one with Brussels sprouts in it. And she said, try it, Dad. And I did. And I kind of went, yeah. For her sake, I said, yeah, this is good. But no.
Right. I think my mom is from England. She came here after World War II. She was 18, and she came from England here after World War II. And over in England, they have nothing but bad fucking food. You know, everything's boiled or steamed or this and that. And so I grew up with shitty tasting fucking. It was probably 12 years ago. I watched a Bobby Flay video back when he was the king, and he did roasted Brussels sprouts with bacon fat.
Mm.
You know, he would cut the Brussels sprouts in half. He would roast them in the oven with bacon fat. And I'm like, all right, I'll try that. It was fantastic. So now I love Brussels sprouts because I think it's all how you can't just boil stuff.
Correct.
You know, I remember we would go to my grandmother's house in England when I was a kid, and she would have kidneys and stuff in the pressure cooker. And I said, oh my God, the stench was fucking horrible.
My grandma made lutefisk.
Yeah. Oh, well, ask fucking Ricer about that. Ricer knows.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's the first thing I thought of was Jeff.
Oh, it's all about how you cook things. You know,
Yeah, exactly.
things can be cooked good and things can be cooked bad. I don't like. I liked steamed either like raw broccoli or steamed broccoli. I don't like roasted broccoli. It gives me like a heartburn. I don't know what it is behind it, but it gives me heartburn. But I think everything is how it's prepared, you know, and especially now, you know, you get fucking Sucklebusters, you get fucking Uncle Steve,
Yeah,
and the spices. You know, back then we had salt, pepper, paprika,
maybe garlic. If you could afford it. Yeah,
onion salt or onion powder or some shit like that. And that
yeah.
was nowadays. It's a total different game changer nowadays with cooking. So,
Yep. I agree. I'm not a big cabbage fan, but for me, my taste buds changed over time too.
Yeah.
And so I'll eat it with corned beef and hash on St. Patty's Day, but I don't want it any other time. Or coleslaw. I didn't like coleslaw as a kid, but I love it now.
Yeah.
Broccoli, I could not stand at all, but I will eat raw broccoli now.
Right.
But steamed broccoli or cooked broccoli still makes me gag. Cauliflower, I can eat it if it's like mashed potatoes. But you put enough butter and gravy over that shit, you don't taste it.
Sure. Yeah.
And for the one where, we were talking about earlier with my friend who died on that boat, I did a cauliflower pizza crust, and that was actually pretty good, which was surprising to me. Going into that, I'm like, of course, you don't see it on camera, but going into that, it was like, I'm not sure I'm really going to like this, but I'm going to try it.
Right.
And it worked out. I've yet to put out a video. I've made some stuff that I didn't like. I made these things a while back that the combination sounded great, but when you taste it, it tastes like shit. Yeah. Nope, that one goes. It happens to be on the one video that I did Charlie's, the first Fridge of Fame. He was the first person on Fridge of Fame, and I put his sticker on there. And it happened to be for that video that I did not like what I made. Wow. So it's since lost, but it's just like, I'm not going to keep this shit even on my hard drive because, and then later on, I'm like, well, now that I've done this Fridge of Fame thing, I've lost it.
Yeah. So, I got to go take a pee, and
that's fine.
Patrick said he doesn't like cabbage either, so.
See, yeah, I gotta answer the front door too, guys. I'll be right back. Don't leave. Don't leave.
right, now that he's gone, I'm gonna do some fucking. Where's my flashy light? Oh, you're
I'm back. I'll bring this flashlight on. These guys.
I was gonna do the flashlight and play some music. I did that in someone's live.
Hey, if you play 25 or 64, I'm good, man. I don't care.
25 or 64, Chicago.
I love that song. It's my favorite song in the whole world. Dude.
What was Chicago's first band name? What was
well, it was called Transit Chicago Transit Authority, but before that, it was the Big Thing.
I didn't know that.
Before Cetera came on, it was called the Big Thing.
Really?
Yeah, and then right before Cetera came on, they changed it to Transit Authority.
Yeah,
Yeah, and then they got in trouble with the real Chicago Transit Authority, and so they just shortened it to Chicago.
That's funny. I didn't know there was the first name.
Yep, and it was the Big Thing when the original three, the saxophone player, drummer, and guitar player, put it together, and they started adding people in there. And because if you read the history, and I'm a junkie when it comes to old Chicago, I'm not a big fan of the '80s stuff. I listen to it if it comes on the radio, but there's a couple songs that I will absolutely change the channel if it comes on. If You Leave Me Now is one of them. I don't like that song.
Yeah, the original lead singer, I think he shot himself in the head.
Okay, so yeah, their guitar player, Terry Kath.
Okay.
I don't believe in accidents when it comes to guns. I think we've had this conversation. He was screwing around with a semi-automatic pistol.
Okay.
And he took the magazine out, showed that it was empty, put the magazine back in, said that it's empty, pulled the hammer back, boom, gone. You know, and so sad.
Yeah.
He was their guitar player. Who was
the original lead singer besides before Peter Cetera?
Well, they had the three. Robert Lamb, who played like Saturday in the Park. Does anybody really know what time it is?
Yep.
And he's still with them. They still tour. Well, not this year. And then Terry Kath, the guitar player, who killed himself. He did like "Make Me Smile."
Here's one of my favorite Chicago songs. One of my favorite. Let me try to find it up here. Chicago. All songs. And it was with the Beach Boys, and you're gonna know what song that is.
Wishing You Were Here.
Yeah.
Love that song. Absolutely amazing. Terry Kath sings this.
Oh, that's Terry Kath?
Yeah, that's Terry Kath.
Okay.
And the funny thing about this song is Cetera wrote it the same time he wrote Wishing You Were Here. Yep. And they recorded it in too low of a key for his voice.
Oh, really?
That's how Terry got it. Yeah.
I know that, they split up the vocals, yeah.
Well, there's two things he always wanted to be, was a Beatle and a Beach Boy. Yep. And where they recorded this song, the Beach Boys happened to have the same producer. It's in Colorado someplace.
Okay.
And they happened to be there when they were recording this song. So it's the Beach Boys in the background.
Definitely a great combination. One of my favorite songs. Yeah. That's good shit.
And they got one of those things that yeah, like the Beach Boys.
All right. I don't want to get you fucked.
No, I love that song. When we go to our local bar, that is my favorite Cetera song, hands down.
Definitely.
And the thing is, he doesn't even sing it except for one part. But I play bass guitar, and it's because of Cetera.
Really?
And I play it a lot like he does. I use a pick, unless if I'm singing, my voice is kind of higher when I sing.
Yeah.
And so I play with a guitar player and another guitar player, and they like all this country stuff. And, okay, that's fine, but it's not really my style. But I'll do Peaceful Easy Feeling by the Eagles when we're doing it live.
Sure.
And so I'll pick my bass when I do it. For whatever reason, I finger it. Sorry, I finger my bass.
That's what she said.
Yeah, it is. And for whatever reason, I can't pick and sing at the same time.
Really?
It's just too much for me to keep in mind. Picking is a different beast than using the fingers on the guitar. It really is. It's not natural to me. But I love to pick because when I pick, man, I just throw it on my lower fret and it's just and I'll go over to our little sound thing and in between songs and I'll turn up my bass and my guitar player will go over there and turn it down. You know?
That's funny.
It's become a joke more than anything else. But we do Copperhead Road. Yep. Copperhead, yeah, we do that, and I just pick the shit out of my bass on that song. I love that. And then I have a line where I go, boo, ball, 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 ball. And there's another one. I can't think of the name of it. Daddy. It starts. It's ball, 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 and I just pick the shit out of that thing. And that's the song that he does want me to turn up my bass on.
Right.
God, I can't think of the name of it. But so fun. But my voice is more of a easy, lighter rock kind of voice, where he's got more of a mid voice, kind of raspy, can do all that shit. And then our third guitar player, that guy, all you need to do is get him stoned and he'll sing anything.
Because that's the thing, our speaking voice is definitely different than our singing voice.
Correct.
And yeah, it's tough to, that's all I'm gonna say. Because I try singing and I make myself sick. When I sing. Is that a dog or a?
That's a dog. So my neighbors have a dog named Tank. He's actually a good dog. I feel really bad for him because they just leave him outside. I feel bad for him. And Ryan, you're right. Practice more. Due to COVID, we have not got together at all this year to practice. Rick, I have big hands. I bet you do, Rick. I bet you do have big hands. They don't call him tiny. Rick.
Big hands because he has a small dick.
I thought if he had small hands, it was a small dick, but hey.
That's in girls that are short because their hands are smaller, and it makes me. I'm just joking, Rick.
No, he's not, Rick. Rick's awesome. Rick's got a great sense of humor.
He does.
You're right. You're absolutely right, Ryan. I need to pick the guitar up and just practice the shit out. I used to do 20 minutes a day, and I did that for a long time. And the one thing on the bass that I could never do was slap it.
Slap at the bass?
Slap at the bass. Slap at the bass. Got a little Neil Peart up in you. Slap at the bass. And I don't know why he's going like this way up front because I've never played my bass way the hell up here.
Well, that was Geddy Lee. Yeah, Geddy Lee from Rush was Slap at the bass.
Slap at the, yeah. And it was also on I Love You Man, where he's like, slap at the bass.
Yeah, Rush.
Want a little Neil Peart up in you? And the lady's like, no.
That was a tragedy when Neil Peart died.
Yeah. Well, he was a great drummer.
Because he actually wrote all the songs.
Correct, yeah.
Wrote all the songs for Rush. And his wife died of brain cancer as well. And his daughter died.
Oh, shit. Oh my God.
His daughter died first because I read a few of his books. He wrote a few books. And his daughter died.
Oh, shit. I got to check this out.
Yeah. So his daughter died in an auto crash when she was going back to college from their house. And then a year later, his wife died from brain cancer. So in a year, his fucking daughter and wife died. And yet he still wrote all those books and, songs and all that stuff. So let me get into songs. So you said you saw the Eagles. Did you see the Eagles? Or
I have not, but I do like the Eagles.
okay, I like the Eagles. So it, it's the same way with Rush and the Eagles and YouTube, no YouTube. You know, they made all these fucking hit songs back in the 70s, late 60s, 70s, even with Pink Floyd. Late 60s, 70s, and they do these concerts nowadays. Roger Waters from Pink Floyd. It's
Oh
like
yeah,
I don't want to hear your new stupid fucking songs to make you feel relevant. I want to hear the old songs in your concert that we grew up loving. And it's like my buddy saw the Eagles, and they might have done 3 or 4 songs that were hits back in the day, and because they want to still remain relevant, they create these new songs, but then they're not the songs we want to hear.
correct.
And that's what really kills me. It's like I fucking love you guys. I love the Eagles, fucking all those old bands. I don't want
Hmm.
to do stuff that no one likes, and you
Correct.
want it to still feel relevant. I want to hear the songs that made you hits. Same
Correct.
with and fucking all the other bands.
So Chicago was it 2 years ago? Did half? They take intermissions now. They're getting old, but they did. The first part was all the hits, and the second part was their Chicago was just titled Chicago, but people call it Chicago 2. And they
Right?
did the entire album of Chicago 2. And one of the things that they were noticing is people didn't know these songs
They
and they
bailed.
were leaving.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, well, that might not make sense to do that again.
No.
They're great songs. There's nothing wrong with it, but people don't go there to listen to some offbeat song that was never released. They're there to hear Saturday in the Park or
Yeah.
Wishing You Were Here.
90124 and all that stuff. And
Yeah, they don't want to hear Fancy Colors because nobody fucking knows that song.
it's like Dirty Harry said, a man's got to know his limitations.
Bingo.
And
Yeah.
we don't want to hear your new stuff. I mean, hats off. You can still do stuff, but
Yeah.
when I go to concert, I want to hear the shit that made you famous.
Correct.
Yeah.
Patrick wants to know if you have any Slayer.
If I have any what?
Slayer.
No.
No. Yeah, rest in peace, Neil Peart. Yeah, rest in peace.
Yeah.
I love Rush. I had a friend in high school that was a huge Rush fan. And so I took 4 loads to the dump this week because I went on vacation. And I had this box and I thought I'd went through it. And I get ready to chuck this box and out comes a cassette of Rush. And I remember buying it in late 80s. And there it was. It fell out of this box as I was getting ready to toss it. And I thought, fuck, I better look what else is in there.
Right.
Nothing else of any, I just chucked it. But I put that in my truck. And my truck actually has a cassette player.
That's awesome.
So I haven't put it in yet. But I looked at it today and went, that's got to go in soon, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's funny because it just fell out. There's no rhyme or reason I can think why it fell out. There it was, Rush.
Divine intervention.
Exactly, because Geddy Lee, Neil Peart, those guys rocked it, man.
And three guys in a band that make that kind of unbelievable.
Exactly.
Yeah.
One of the things about Geddy Lee is when they were on tour, right a couple years before Peart died, he would take his motorcycle with him, and they would show up. They're slowing down, so that, they'd show up a day before the concert, and they were in South America, and he just took his motorcycle and drove around and checked shit out. And
I read 3 of his books, and he would talk about where they would bus or fly in between shows. He would ride his motorcycle.
oh, okay.
Yeah, and amazing stories Neil Peart was or had. Yeah, so he would ride his motorcycle in between shows. On the day of the show, he'd arrive. He'd change his oil while the oil was still hot. Put a new filter on his Ducati, not Ducati.
Got a Triumph or something.
Yeah. And it was always a red one. And
Okay.
yeah,
Nice.
I'll tell you, amazing stories this guy had. And
Yeah.
this guy rode from Canada to South America and back on his motorcycle when they were off one season. And
What a cool trip.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And
Patrick says.
he actually
Patrick says. What's that?
I'm
Go
sorry.
ahead.
Sorry. He actually had a fake ID that had a different name because when he got pulled over, it was what were the Blues Brothers? What was their last
Jake and Elwood.
Elwood.
Jake and Elwood.
Elwood was his last name on his fake ID. But Elwood was the last one. Yeah. And he had a whole fucking credit account. Fucking
Neil Elwood.
on Elwood. Yeah.
That's funny. Patrick says Divine Intervention, a great Slayer album. See, the stars are lining up, Patty.
Rick Fighters.
I got a fake ID, an ID from for Christmas 2 years ago from my sister, and it's the dude on there. Yeah. I have it in my wallet, and I actually pulled it out one day at a pharmacy, and the lady looks at me and just laughs. She goes, "This isn't real." I go, "Oh shit!" And I just reached in there and grabbed it, right? And I love it because it says eyes, bloodshot, weight heavy.
It's almost like McLovin. Yeah.
Patrick McLovin.
Yeah. Who the fuck has a name like McLovin? No one.
I love in the Blues Brothers where they go to his address and it's Wrigley Field.
I don't remember that part. So I'm 51. I don't know how old you are, but
I'm 53.
Okay. So you were a little more cognitive than I was, but I remember when he picks him up from the jail, and he's like, "I just spent so many years in jail, and you picked me up in a fucking cop car."
Cop car. Yeah. You need to change. And he lights a cigarette and chucks the lighter out. He goes, "Change the lighter. Need a new lighter," or something like that.
Fucking hilarious.
Illinois Nazis. I hate Illinois Nazis. Fucking Illinois Nazis.
Yep.
Oh, my wife, we were just talking about the other day because she's hooked on that. I think it's a show, According to Jim, where it's Jim Belushi. And I was taking her to a doctor's appointment. We're coming back, and the Blues Brothers came on the oldie station. And she goes, "I heard this the other day on According to Jim." I go, "Yes, because it's his brother." And she goes, "Yeah." She goes, "We need to watch the Blues Brothers again." I love the Blues Brothers. So I'm like, this girl's a keeper, man. How are you going to eat corn cob without any fucking teeth, man?
It's got shots, cup shocks, cup brakes, cup engine. It's
Oh, yeah. 100 miles of Chicago. It's late. We got a pack of smoke, sunglasses. Let's go. Let's do it. What a great movie.
It was Aretha Franklin.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Carrie Fisher's in it.
Yep. She
was hot back then, too.
Back then,
Yeah, Princess Leia era. Wow. Holy, she was beautiful. But you better think. And I like that they both leave. It's like, shit. Well, you're going to get out of here, the saxophone player.
Right.
4 whole chickens and a Coke. 4 pieces of white bread, ma'am. That's on my list this week. Yeah, love that movie.
You know what? I put on my list on it's either Netflix or Prime, but the English guys that did Monty Python's Flying Circus and all that stuff.
Oh my God, the Holy Grail.
Oh yeah, The Life of Brian, The Holy Grail, the
rabbit, killer rabbit.
Awesome stuff. Even and I won't say what they say in that movie, but Gene Wilder, he was a gunfighter, and
Blazing Saddles.
Blazing Saddles.
Love that show, man.
There ain't no way you could show Blazing Saddles right now. No,
you couldn't. But it was.
I remember they were on the wagon, and they're like, "Don't send them down there. Send in those guys." Yeah, it's.
We had to make our own circle. And he's like, "Slap me some sugar."
I watched it on TV. It was probably 20 years ago, but they even dubbed out the fart scene where they all ate the beans around.
Oh, I know, man.
It's farts. Who cares?
Yeah. Yeah.
Horrible.
Come on, sing me an old blank song, you know.
Yeah. Can't
I get no
sing
kick
that song.
out of
Ooh, la, la,
champagne. Yeah. And they're like looking at him like, what? It's like, I get no kicks out of champagne.
I don't know that song.
And then they're on that thing of doo-dah, doo-dah. Cleavon, what the hell was his name? He was awesome as the sheriff, man.
Cleavon Brown or
He's something like that. God.
oh my god.
Like that steady. This is my shooting hand.
Yeah. You look fine. No, this is my shooting hand.
Love that show, man. I watched it about a year ago. It's just, another one I like is Spaceballs. They've gone to plaid.
Plaid.
Ludicrous speed now.
I saw that a few months ago. Yeah.
They got the Perry air.
Yeah.
Yeah. President Scrooge.
Right.
Mel Brooks was awesome, man.
He was-
or young Frankenstein or Frankenstein.
It was Frankenstein in the beginning, and then the end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whatever I do, whatever I say, do not let me out. Let me out.
Well, he did this one where he was what's the name of the movie that it was he was like in a mental institution. He was a doctor. Well, he got attacked by pigeons, and they were shitting on him, and then he ran to and I'll look out afterwards and I'll try to send it to you, but it was fucking hilarious. But what was the name of that movie?
Gene Wilder?
No, it was Mel Brooks.
Oh, bro. Okay.
It was like he was in a like a One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest type place, like a mental.
Okay.
Yeah, I forget the name of it, but it was funny.
Remember History of the World Part 1?
High Anxiety.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I do remember the world.
They got that big joint, and they're the Romans. They're chasing them. Like,
all the monkeys were banging each other with the bones because it was like Space Odyssey in the very
yeah.
Yeah.
Jews in space, Hitler on ice. I give you these 15.
10
commandments. God. Oh my God! Just he was crazy, man.
Yep.
His movies they were like just Blazing Saddles had to have been the best. So
definitely,
Yeah. Why? There's no way I can get to him today, sir. I've got the Dr. Gillespie murder. This really sweet old man. This is a doozy, and he's got the horse and with the noose around his neck and the cowboy with the noose around.
Yeah.
Oh my God!
Patrick, I don't love Slayer. Patrick, leave me alone.
Flair, Slayer. Yeah, Patrick loves Slayer. Yeah, Patrick and his Slayer. I'm surprised Patrick must be working. It is probably 2:00 his time. Mel Brooks is awesome, man. Some of the shit he came up with, and there's so many. I've got to watch. I'd love to just sit down and watch his movies.
Yeah,
because I'm sure there's a shit ton I've missed. We have a theater that plays old movies, and they're not doing it this year, but they usually play Young Frankenstein. I always call it Frankenstein.
Yeah,
but I love that movie. So funny. I'm Igor.
Yeah. What was the name of that brain? Abby Normal. It's abnormal.
Yeah. My name is Igor.
Yeah.
Marty Feldman. The other day, Betty Davis Eyes came on. The same day that we were talking about the Blues Brothers, it came on the radio, and I was singing Marty Feldman Eyes. Remember that song by Weird Al? My wife's like, what the hell are you singing? He's got Marty Feldman eyes. Marty
Feldman, another great guy. He
was crazy, man. Oh,
Daddy
too
Cooks.
Much fun, guys.
Daddy Cooks? Wow, Daddy Cooks is here. That's royalty.
Yeah, exactly.
Jesus.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
Mom-
you're absolutely right, Daddy Cooks. You are not going to get. We were talking about Mel Brooks, especially Blazing Saddles.
Yep.
Even Young Frankenstein or Frankenstein. I'm surprised you'd even see that onto. And there's so much shit. But Blazing Saddles is just in a world of its own.
Yeah.
Hands down, in my opinion, the best movie he ever made.
Well, he put the gun to his head. He's like, if anyone moves, I'll shoot the the end.
He he's serious, folks.
Oh, geez. Yeah.
The little old lady goes, up yours. And then later on, she hands him a cake. Sorry about
Yeah,
that.
yeah, a little fucking apple pie or some shit like that. Yeah.
And they're like, rah, 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 rah. Yeah, Gabby Johnson. That's authentic frontier gibberish, people. Oh, my God. The only drawback, I think, to Blazing Saddles, and it actually fits in perfectly, but it's whenever I watch them, it's like, why? Is then they go to modern times, they bust down thing, and he's galloping down the road, and
Yeah, they're in the setup or the not the
correct,
setup, the screen or the studio. Yeah, that totally ruined everything. Yeah,
I thought so, but I mean, it's still funny to watch. It's like,
yeah,
it's Headley as he's laying there next to he's already got his handprint or footprints or whatever. He goes, it's Headley.
and
They
then,
kept on Eddie Lamar. Oh God.
holy shit.
Those little red devils, they'll never get this as he's doing that, man. Oh, he pushed the limits.
Yeah.
Uh,
Well, even Archie Bunker, there's no way, or whatever that TV show was.
All in the Family.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, there's
Today's standards, yeah.
no way that would be.
It's just how it was back then, and people just don't get it.
It was,
I remember my grandpa telling jokes, and you're just like, even when I was a kid in the late 70s, early 80s, I cringed at it, but that's the way it was for them. And
I think if anything, those shows poked fun at white people.
I agree totally.
For their
Blazing Saddles definitely does.
Yeah,
it pokes fun at racism. Oh, yeah,
Yep.
Definitely ahead of his time.
Yeah.
Yep, the Jeffersons. Yep, moving on up. Yeah, Wheezy. Sister moved in like George and Wheezy.
Right.
Yeah. And even that guy was kind of like if I remember correctly, was kind of like the Black Archie Bunker.
Yes.
The Jeffersons,
He didn't want the poor black folk around.
No, he didn't. No, he had his business and it was rocking, and that's what he wanted. Yeah. Archie Bunker.
I don't.
I remember going to my grandparents and watching that as a kid. He'd always be on.
Daddy Cook's Philson that's what made it so funny. Poke fun of the pain. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't want to steer this live stream into a different thing. So if you want to, I'll jump off, or if you want to steer it somewhere.
Oh, you're
else.
fine, Chris. I'm having a good time, man.
No, I just don't want to steer this into a different.
Oh, you know what? This is, wherever it goes, man. I'm having a blast. I'm on vacation, dude, this week. I don't give a damn.
I'm off till Monday. Yeah.
Right on. Where are you headed?
Nowhere special. I'm not heading anywhere on Monday through Thursday. I'm just going to the office. But no, I'm just standing around the house. I got to spread out some loam and cut the lawn and fix the lawnmower and just stuff around the house.
Oh, yeah. Ryan says I'm on a Zoom call with the Aussie team and have Dude live on mute. So a couple memes. So when another whiskey, yeah. I don't get super. What do they call super chats or whatever in there? Where $20 and
I think once you're monetized, you can get super chats and all that stuff. Yeah.
I'm sorry. I watch Kent and those guys do their stuff, and you're just like, I know Kent has to get up early to go to work. I'm like, damn, that guy's got to have some resistance to alcohol. Holy shit. The stuff he drinks.
a few weeks ago, he drank that whole small bottle of Crown, and he had to go to work the next day. And I was like, God damn.
Yeah. So let me ask something. When things are normal, do you usually know where you're headed to next?
It used to be, I know in 3 months in advance what I was doing.
Okay.
But now, because of airline schedules changing and being canceled, it's like a week, 2 weeks. And I was actually going to see Charlie yesterday, or the day before yesterday, but that got changed. Charlie in Denver.
Yeah.
But that got changed because of certain things, which I can't get into. But yeah, no. Right now, it's pretty much a week to week. Here's where you're going next week, not 3 months. So it's tough to arrange things nowadays.
Gotcha. You ever get to Boise?
I have never been to Boise.
Really?
No.
We're not really a big hub. We've got 600,000 people here in the valley, but
Yeah.
we're not a big hub.
Well, once you start getting terrorists over there, you let me know and I'll fly there.
You got it. Everybody. So I was at one of our local gas stations this morning getting something. Oh, Carrie's on. Hey, Carrie. And this is just the way it is here in Boise. This guy had a 9mm on, and he was filling his tire with air. It's just, you see that.
Yeah.
When I used to ride on my motorcycle with friends, I'd always put my 1911 on, and away I went.
Yeah.
It's
thinking about open carry because I've always, since I've been 19, I got my, I think 18 or 19 in Massachusetts, I got my license to carry. And of course, then it was only concealed. They didn't have open carry. But in New Hampshire, in the last 5 years, they just said open carry was legal, and you used to get a license to conceal carry. And then the governor said, if you can legally carry a handgun concealed, then openly, then you can carry it concealed. So there's no license for a concealed license. There's no
same
license,
here.
yeah, concealed. I just think, and I've had this argument with some friends of mine, not in law enforcement. My thing is like, I always carry concealed because why would you want to be? If I was a bad guy, in the worst case scenario, I was a bad guy and I needed a gun, or I just shot a cop, who knows, whatever, robbed a store, or I want to rob a store or shoot a cop. I would go to the person. If I saw a gun on you that was open carry, I'd try to hit you in the fucking head, knock you the fuck out, take your gun.
Yeah.
And it's not about rights. I believe you have the right to have a gun and carry a gun. And if you can legally carry a gun, then I have no problem with that. And I totally agree with that. I just think don't make yourself a target.
Correct. And the other side of that argument too is, and I'm pretty much there with you. Go ahead, Chris. My son's out here looking for salt. I'm at my outdoor kitchen and I got all this stuff. Here you go. Is then they can identify what you have, right?
Yeah.
That guy's carrying a 1911 or that guy's carrying a 9mm or Beretta or whatever. You're showing them what you have, and they can say, "Oh, I think the guy had a 1911," and all of a sudden, you're the guy, they're looking for.
Well, yeah. Let alone, okay, let's carry it to the next level. Let's say some fucking dirtbag or some Karen. You know what I mean by a Karen? The girls that, you're not wearing a mask. You need to wear.
Oh, yeah.
So let's say you offend someone that you not even trying to offend or trigger, and they see what car you're in, and they're like, yeah, this guy in an F-150, a 1980 F-150, fucking flashed a gun to me on the highway, and they call the fucking cops, and now they're like, you're at a felony stop, and and you have a fucking gun on you. Trying to explain that one away.
Correct.
Yeah. So I just agree with, if they can't see it, they can't report it, and they don't know. So I'm totally when I say this, I'm totally against open carry, safety of the people that are open carrying.
Yeah.
Because
I mean,
all it takes is one phone call, and this guy pointed a gun at me, and
exactly. It looked like a 1911 to me, and boom, you're automatically guilty.
it was a black gun. Black gun. That's all I know.
Yep. Well, there you go too. Yeah. So when I ride, I always put it in my saddlebags.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not going to show people, hey, I've got a pistol. I don't want people to know that, oh my God, this guy's riding around with a pistol. If I'm going to we have a lot of open spaces here, then, I'll strap it on my side. We're on open space going target practice or whatever. But here you can wear them into a grocery store or whatever, and you see them from time to time. You're just, even at a bar. And in my opinion, alcohol and firearms do not mix.
No.
And you see some idiot, with his sidearm at a bar, and you're like, I'm out of here, man. Fuck this. I'm not messing with this.
Yeah, there are a lot of states that don't allow, well, not only that, stores, you can have open carry. Open carry could be legal in Idaho, but if a store says no fucking firearm, that's their policy, and you can't
Yep.
work. Whether you agree with them or not, you can't carry. Whether you tell them or not, if they can't see it, then it doesn't matter. But if you're strapping it on the outside of your clothes, they can see it. They can call the police and have you trespassed.
Correct.
But yeah, my biggest thing with guns is don't let people know what you got.
Yeah, exactly.
And
it's like Daddy Cook says, a weapon is no good if you don't know how to use it. And totally true. One of the things that my stepdad made us do is we had to do firearm safety and hunter's ed. There was just, that's the way he grew up, and that's the man who raised me, and that's what we had to do. And I don't run around flashing my pistol. I could, you walk around here. Like I said, I saw that guy today.
Yeah.
I was like, why the hell are you doing that? We went to a place called Pack Steel. I took my dad there, and this guy had this big ass 357 on his hip. And I'm thinking to myself, why?
Yeah.
Do you really need that? We're recycling steel. I'm dropping a bunch of shit off, and you think you need to be a big man by carrying this thing? No.
Well, my view is, you can't know what is going to happen. So at work, I always have something, and off duty, I always have something. Mm-hmm. You can't know when something's going to happen, but my thing is cover it, be it concealed. You just never, and I hate watching cops saying, "Oh, this day and age, we don't know." When you watch the people photographing police, well, this day and age, we don't know what's going on. It's like, it's not this day and age. You just don't know. Don't put out a billboard saying, I have a gun.
Correct.
Carry concealed. And that way, if something happens, because you never know when something could happen.
Correct. When we travel, I carry my pistol with me, but it's in the trunk.
Yeah.
I don't need it inside the car with me. At least I don't think I do. But I'm not going to flash around going, I have a gun, guys. Hey, look at me. That's stupid. Well, but there's plenty of stupid people out there.
I have no problem with people carrying 24/7. I think there's so much crazy stuff going on right now in these days that you never can tell. Action is faster than reaction. Okay, so if I'm a bad guy and I fucking pull a gun or something like this in a store or a parking lot or a gas station, my action is faster than you reacting to my action.
Right.
And that's why I say, have yourself strapped. Just don't let everyone see it.
Yep.
Carry that fucker, because you never know. I've never used it on the job or off the job, but you never can tell. You don't know when your day has come.
Right.
So
yeah, you don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's your time. It's your time.
Yeah.
So, Kentucky Fried Tofu. Oh my gosh.
Really?
Yeah.
They have that in Kentucky?
Apparently they do. I dig it, man. That's awesome, man.
Good for you, Kerry.
Yeah, exactly. Yep. I'm all for concealed. I'm not a fan of open carry.
Yeah.
I'm not. It's just, my best friend lives downtown Boise at the bars, and you see people. I'm not shitting. I've seen people with packing a sidearm and a knife, and I walk away. Fuck this. I am out of here. And I have a firm policy in my mind: alcohol, firearms, or weapons do not mix.
No.
Getting the fuck out of there.
It's all judgment. Yeah, it affects your judgment and all that stuff. And some people, it makes some people feel like a badass. And
You're not. You're an idiot, man. My opinion. But I'm in South Florida. My name is just me. Okay. Well, it's nice to have you on, Kentucky Fried Tofu. Very much so. Appreciate it. We're just sitting here chatting, talking about whatever. Whether it be Blazing Saddles, one of the best movies in the whole world. Mel Brooks movie, Blues Brothers, to firearms, to what are you cooking?
Well, it's like if you're gambling, if you're playing cards, do you show what you have?
No, you don't.
You don't show your hand.
Yeah.
Your hand. That's all I'm saying is don't show your
That's
hand.
a great analogy, Chris. It really is, if you think about it. Yeah. Why would you show your hand? And that's exactly what you're doing. So, whatever.
Funny stuff.
People.
Well, at least we're up to 8 viewers right now, which is awesome.
Yeah, I love it. Especially on a Wednesday night. You're like 11:24 there. It's 9:24 here.
Yeah.
I did cut the other thing. So, yeah, 8 viewers. I put the link out there, people. If you guys want to hop on, please do. Oh, Daddy Cook's oh my goodness. We are in royalty, my brother. We are in royalty. Oh my God.
Can you guys hear me? Am I good?
Oh, yeah.
You're good, brother. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much for showing up.
I want to chime in on this gun thing, man. Listen,
Yeah, please do.
I'm a career shooter. All right. I ain't pumping up shit. I'm sorry. How's the show? Is this a family show?
No, it's not.
Okay.
What the fuck, man?
Hey,
We're amongst fucking friends, dude.
before I went ham, I didn't want to be fucking shit up. Anyway, I'm a career shooter, man. All right. 23-year retired airborne infantry ranger, all of that.
Good for you, brother. Thank you for your service.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate it. My service is my pleasure. But I think everybody should carry. If you're going to carry, you should carry concealed. Yes. Why mess up the surprise? Right. Everybody put your hands up. This is a robbery. Surprise. Pop, pop, pop. No, it's not. You with me?
Yep.
Yeah. No, I get it, brother.
And I posted this. I don't know if you guys saw it. When I'm carrying, if I show you my pistol, you're getting shot. Yeah. If I have to pull it out, you're getting shot.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's not jewelry. It's not a toy. You don't use it to threaten anybody. I'm not trying to scare you. You don't even know I have it. But if there's someone's life or, life, limb, eyesight, property damage is going to happen, you're getting shot.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's it.
I agree.
Other than that, I'm throwing, well, if I'm throwing back liquor, I probably won't have it. But you know what I'm saying? I'm with don't fuck with cats on that one. Alcohol and F with cats. Anyway, alcohol and guns don't mix because people's tempers flare. People have big dick contests. All kind of things happen where people want to flex and flare. And next thing you know, someone's pointing something at somebody's head and, yours is bigger than mine. Wait till I come back from my trunk and all that bullshit. And someone's going to get shot over nonsense.
It's like I was telling Chris, if I go downtown and I see somebody with a knife or a pistol on a Friday or Saturday night, I'm out of there. Fuck this.
Man, I'm in North Carolina. Open carry. You buy your gun, open carries. Dude, I walk through Walmart. I can be in Lowe's and you see that guy walk around with the big old bulge with his t-shirt tucked in on that one piece. They won't tuck the whole t-shirt in because that's unfashionable, but they'll tuck in the part right around the pistol. And you walk around, okay, he's got a 9mm, or okay, he's got a 45, he's got this, he's got that. And then his hands are full. And I'm like, I could just walk up, flip the flitch or push the button, depends on how the holster is, because there's various types.
Bingo.
Right? Yep. I can walk. Me being I'm a career shooter. And I work in parts unknown where I carry a 9mm every day. Now here at home, I'm left-handed. I got a freaking at work I got a Glock 19. Here I got a Glock 17 because it's ambidextrous. Okay. And I happen to like a Glock 17 rounds, baby. Anyway,
Yeah.
but thank you, sir. I'm automatically trained. If I feel uncomfortable, you push down. You lock it down with your hand. If you don't have a holster that locks, you lock it down with your hand. Then you scan, you look around, make sure no one's going to take your weapon from you. But I do that second nature because I've been doing this for my entire adult life, carrying weapons.
Right.
But you got Billy Bob that just got his pistol. He shot it 5 times just because he can. It's legal. You don't have to take a course for just to carry. You can buy it and just carry it.
Yeah.
Now you have to take a course in North Carolina to conceal carry, where you do learn the rules of the road, and you have to qualify and shoot and prove that you're not a jackass to conceal carry. But in this country, in this state, you get a license. I mean, you get a license to buy at 21 years old for a pistol. You got the dude walking around with something he may have never fired ever, but it's on his hip.
Right.
Yep.
18 for a long gun. You know what I'm saying? A shotgun. You got a kid walking around. That shit that happened with that kid in the shooting motherfucker, 17-year-old shouldn't have had it. But come on, man. In some states, is that me? Feedback happened.
No, I have a helicopter going over.
Oh, okay. Shit. I thought it was my giblets. But
Mike, as long as the spotlight isn't on your yard, you're okay.
yeah. Exactly. But I think
We'll take a
everyone
Black
should
Hawk
carry.
right here, right now, please.
The more Black Hawk, there you go. Longbow, baby. But I think everybody should carry.
Yeah.
Then everybody be more careful. You know what I'm
Bingo.
saying?
Bingo.
If everyone's carrying, you ain't just gonna. You ever see that movie? What was it? It was that cop show. They were so silly. Police Academy.
Oh my God! Yeah, Steve Gutenberg. Yeah.
And this guy walks in and he pulls out his pistol and he's like, "This is a robbery," and it's like a cop bar. And like 50 people pull out a pistol. There you go. If everyone has one, nobody's vulnerable.
Right.
Right.
Okay. I just think, and it's gonna sound crazy, they were saying some type of smart gun regulation. What I call smart gun regulation would be make every fucker take a course and learn how to use your gun.
Bingo. Right
All
there.
right?
Yep.
Don't take them.
Totally agree, brother.
Don't take them. But you can't have it until you prove. You can't drive until you pass the driver's test.
Yeah.
Right?
Phil, I totally appreciate and respect what you're saying, but and I'm not trying to start a fight.
No, we're good. We're good, man. I don't fight. I talk.
It's just a conversation.
Yeah.
All it is.
There are plenty of people that take the driver's license test.
Yeah.
They're still shitty fucking drivers.
Yes. Yeah.
That's true.
Course and are still shitty fucking carry gun.
But they have some more education than just Billy Bob buying one and walking away with it. That's all I'm saying. Some education's better than no education.
Yes. Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's all. Man, I got guns out the wazoo. That's what I do. I'm supposed to have to shoot you at a long distance. If you get close, it's because I fucked up.
The only time I carry is if we're going on a trip, for like we're leaving Friday and it's a 4.5, 5-hour trip, and I'll have my 1911 in the trunk,
Yeah.
But I'm not going to go into a goddamn convenience store carrying it on my hip. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, that's crazy.
And that's how this kind of started. I was at one of our convenience stores today getting gas, and this guy had this sidearm, and he was filling air in his tire. And, Phil, you mentioned that, you could walk up and just take it. And that was one of the first things that went into my mind. All that thing is just in there by a snap.
Yeah.
If he's not watching what he's doing, shit, I could walk over there, unsnap that thing before he'd even know what the hell hit him.
Yeah.
But if I had it tucked away, he'd never know.
If I'm trying to do something, I really want to say this word, nefarious. Hold on, I got to do it. If I do something nefarious, where is it? Anyway, sorry for that.
But I need one of those soundboards, man.
But if I was doing something bad and the first person I'm gonna shoot is the guy with the gun, I don't want competition.
Right.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying?
You got a point. You absolutely got a point, I think.
That's
The guy with the
man.
gun.
Everybody put your hands up. I'm gonna scan the room. I'm gonna try to scan before I walk in. I mean,
Right,
I'm a military guy. You know, you come up with a plan. I'm gonna scan. All right, they're fat, they're ugly, they're scared. That guy's got a gun. I'm gonna walk in. I'm shooting him first before I say put your hands up. That's the dead guy. Then I got an extra gun. Come on, man.
Yeah.
So that's where I'm from.
Oh hell, there you go. Semper Fi, my friend.
So
Semper Fi.
yeah, I'm like, yeah, don't if you're playing cards, you don't show your hand.
Right.
Oh, and that it's like, you know, if honestly, what I was just gonna say, I'll remember it in a few seconds.
Yeah.
So if I interrupt, I'll let you know.
It's
But-
common sense, man. Being an infantry guy, I'm Army. I don't have I got shitload of coins, but I'll just point to that right there. There you go. That's my shit. Anyway, the thing is, any ambush requires an element of surprise.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. If you're going in by yourself, it's an ambush. Now, if you're going with overwhelming firepower, now you got a raid. You just lock everything down. But that requires friends and a good plan and good coordination. But if you're trying to do something by yourself, it's an element of surprise. You're going to go in, neutralize the threat for yourself, which is the guy with the gun, the person that got communication, and then you control it. You want to keep it. This is not a class, folks. This is not a class, folks.
Phil, two things.
Yes.
Don't start an ambush with an open bolt machine gun.
There you go. There you go.
Two, action is faster than reaction.
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly. But the first thing you want to do is neutralize the threat. The second thing you want to do is neutralize communications. So the police ain't coming if you neutralize communications. You neutralize the threat. You got all day to rob the place. All right, in that order: neutralize the threat, neutralize communications. You got all day. But if you're not thinking that way, and I'm Goober sitting there with I'm in Lowe's with my freaking pistol showing, I'm the first guy that's getting shot. If you think the way I think,
sure,
you know,
because you got that 1911 with nothing in the chamber in the hammer down because you don't want to cock and locked.
Listen, if you don't.
I have a 1911 if it's not cocked and locked.
If you don't have a round in the chamber, you're stupid. You know why I like a Glock?
I agree. Totally agree.
You know why I like a Glock? There's no safety. I don't have to click shit.
Right.
Squeeze the trigger. There's 16 right behind it if I need it. That's all I'm saying. That's why I like a Glock. And you can't break them, and you can shoot them dirty as shit. All right. Some pistols are, and some people be like, "You're full of shit, Phil. I like a freaking Smith & Wesson. Okay, I like a freaking, Walter PPK, whatever."
Glock is the AK of pistols.
I know, man. You can't break a Glock.
I've actually heard that. Yeah, exactly.
You can't break a Glock. Now, I like an AK. I fired them. All AKs and AKMSs and all that good stuff being prior service military. Had to. But as far as the durability and the firepower, 7.62,
yep.
I like the range and the accuracy of the 5.56 of the M4s, the M16s, and things like that. If, like I said before, if you get close to me, I fucked up. I like the range and the accuracy. A lot more pieces to put together. A little bit harder to clean.
Yeah.
The freaking AK is just, man, all you need is knuckles in the brain. Take it apart, put it together. You can't break it. Dunk it in mud, you still killing people.
Yeah.
But
that brings up something else, and you two would probably be experts on it. Safeties. Mm-hmm. I've never been a fan of safeties. I don't rely on them. I treat every weapon, whether somebody wants to show me something or whatever, as if it's loaded. Like my son the other day handed me his 9mm rifle. I have some rifle. No, he has an AR-15.
Okay.
I didn't know about it. He handed it to me, and he just goes, "Here, Dad." And I said, "Open it. I want to see if that thing is loaded." I'm not going to take your word for it. I know you're my son. I love you, Dad. I don't want it to take your word for it. The last thing I want to do is you fuck up, and now I'm the stupid one that fired that thing. So he did. But even with my 1911, it has a safety. It's got that little thing on the back that you push up. I've never been a big fan of safeties. What are your guys' thoughts?
I absolutely love of safety, and I'm gonna show it to you. I'm gonna show it to you. It's this right here. That's my safety.
That's your safety. Exactly.
If you don't want to shoot it, keep your finger off the trigger. That's your safety. That's it. I live and die by my safety.
Okay.
I don't care what the firearm has.
This and this is your best safety.
That's your safety, man. I just said I like a Glock. The only thing is you have that freaking primary safety on the trigger. There's no switch. There's no nothing. But it's been ingrained in me for 20, almost 30 years. You don't put your finger on the trigger unless you're going to hit it something that you want to kill or destroy, and then you check the backstop behind it and make sure your bullet's going where you want it to go. Period. Right. So I live and die by a safety, and I carry mine everywhere I go.
Yeah, it doesn't go anywhere.
Yeah.
So that was Norm Hooten that said that in that movie Black Hawk Down.
What? Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
And he was actually one of our trainers in my job.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Okay.
Nice.
But no, on an AR, I have the safety on.
Okay.
Yeah. But on a sidearm, of course I carry a Glock, so there's no safety. So it pull out and you go, No, totally agree. If I wouldn't carry a 1911 cocked and unsafetied.
Right. Yeah, I would. I don't.
I would carry that cocked and locked with the 1911, but I don't carry one of those, so that's just how I feel. But no, if you don't want the gun, the gun doesn't kill people. The finger kills people.
Right. Bingo. Yep.
I say a gun doesn't kill anybody. People kill people.
Yeah.
I can lock and load my Glock 17, leave it on the table for a year, and if no one touches it, no one's getting shot. As soon as you get a goober that doesn't know how to handle flagging people or the golden rule, you alluded to it. If you pick up any weapon, even if you put it down and pick it back up, the first thing you do is clear it.
Sure.
Yep.
First thing you do is clear it. Make sure there's nothing, drop the magazine, make sure there's nothing in the pipe. That's the first thing you do. And there's people that get careless or stupid. Oh, I took the magazine out and I'm good. Pow, because they forget there's one in the chamber, We
were talking about that earlier with my favorite guitar player, yeah. Yeah, he shot himself because he took the magazine out, but there was still a round in there,
Yeah, and
they can't fire. Boom. Next thing you know, you're gone.
They're not toys, but there's no luck when it comes to a freaking pistol or a rifle. There's no luck. Drop the magazine and you check the freaking chamber. You rack it. You pull it, you slide it, whatever you want to call it, because, I think it's clear squeezing the trigger. That's a self-correcting mistake because you'll only do that once. You'll only do it once. I think it's good. You're done. You'll never make that mistake again.
Or somebody else.
Somebody else. Yeah.
I shot my couch once when I was 15.
Holy shit.
I shot a window once doing the stuff. Yeah.
I tell you, my former first sergeant, when we were in Afghanistan, and myself, we said it in two different instances, and then found out later we had both said it. I said, I'm a platoon sergeant here at war. I said, if I ever they call it a misfire, or they used to call it an accidental discharge. Then they changed it in the military to a negligent discharge.
Right.
I said, if I ever have a negligent discharge, I'm like, look, just put me out the freaking military and send me home. I cannot stand in front of a platoon or a company of people.
Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah.
As an infantryman, all right, weapons are our bread and butter. I cannot stand in front of you guys anymore. If I have a negligent discharge, send me home. I'm done. Kick me out of the military. I got no more credibility. Army Ranger, airborne, whatever. If I cannot control my weapon, I do not deserve to be in front of people.
Right.
Yeah. I have an SKS, and one time I was thinking of something else when he mentioned that, Phil, but I was shooting it, and I had one that clicked, and man, I sat there for about 2 minutes. I'm not shitting, holding that thing, and that fucker finally went off.
Oh.
And I was thinking, if I would have ejected that thing, guess what? It would have went off eventually, and Lord only knows now you've got something that's not going down the pipe. It's going wherever the hell it's pointed.
Yeah.
And then some. That shit could be scary. But that's what I was thinking you were saying. But then I picked up on what you were saying.
On a machine gun? What was it he called that? Help me out. I can't call you cats. What was
Chris.
it?
His name's Chris.
Chris. All right, Chris. It was a pop no click or pop no what was that thing? And that's exactly what it was, Mike. If you're on a machine gun and you fire it and you get the pop, but no round comes out, then you just cook it all.
Like
I forget.
squib, or the barrel. The bullet goes halfway down the barrel, and
right. And then the second round, the second one's that blows the barrel up.
Exactly.
What did they call it? Pop no kick. Okay. If you get a pop no kick on a machine gun, that means it just enough gunpowder or something happened to send your projectile partially. Stop it. Anyway, partially down the barrel. And if you don't detect it and you try to fire the next round, that's when the kinetic energy is just gonna blow that barrel up, and then you get shit in your face and all that stuff. Yeah.
What do you do then?
You stop. You pull that gun off the range. You take off the barrel. You try to rod the shit out of it. See if you can get the projectile, because you have the entire bullet, which is the casing, gunpowder, and primer, and then you have the projectile. If the projectile gets lodged in the barrel, you either have to rod it, and hopefully you can rod it, stick a barrel rod down there and get it out. If you can't get it out, you got to send that barrel to the armory and just get a new barrel. Because if you send another round down that bad boy, you're done.
Yeah.
You're done. Yeah.
Yeah. That's crazy shit, dude.
Well, I was a drill sergeant too, man. I get around.
Oh God, I can only imagine you as a drill sergeant, as a DI, man.
I was a dick. I was a dick. No, I was a quasi dick. Believe it or not, I was a United States Army Ranger School instructor too for about 5 years. I was an asshole, man.
There's a guy that goes to a local bar here. Think of his name. He was an Army Ranger too.
Yeah.
And some of the stories he tells, like, Jesus Christ, man. Holy shit.
Look, going to the school was one thing, but being an instructor, man, it was just real quick, and I'll get off on me. But going through Ranger school sucked enough. But being a Ranger instructor, you have to do that phase every cycle. You have to do the same thing the Ranger students do it's relentless. It's relentless. We got to do a 5-mile run. We got to do a 18-mile rope march. We got to jump. But you have to do it with your students every cycle. Come on, man. That shit. Sergeant, I don't know if I can make it. I'm like, motherfucker, I got to make it every cycle. Shut the fuck up. Come on, man. You can make it. Oh, man. That's the nicest black pussy I've seen in a while.
You got a lot of hair, though. A lot of hair.
I'm sorry for that.
No, dude. We're all friends here, man. We're just having a chat on a Wednesday night, brother.
I'm glad you guys let me in, man. I'm in here. I was bored. I'm drinking, and I saw you were on, and then I left, and then I came back. I was like, he's still on. I'm like, man, let me listen to the dude. And then I knew Chris was on. I'll just listen. But you guys started talking about guns. Well, first, Mel Brooks brought me in. I was
Blazing Saddles, man. We were talking about Blazing Saddles, and you wouldn't see that show in the theater now, or even on TV anymore. But the funny thing about it is, what people miss about it, they're making fun of racism.
Exactly.
Through the whole damn movie.
Exactly.
I mean,
and
that's the
beauty of it. That's the beauty of it. That's the nuance of it. Yeah. But now in our, I don't want to say Me Too. This is the fuck you now. It's not even a Me Too. Everybody's offended. Yeah. And you can't. People are so worried about their feelings that they can't get to the comedy part.
Yeah.
It's hilarious. And then History of the World Part 1 and
Part 1, man. What a
Mel Brooks movie. Was a. Remember, I typed it in earlier. I don't know if you guys got it. Remember the Dick song? She was like, yes, no, 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 yes, no, no, no. With all those guys standing there. Yeah.
Well, they had all
and then you had Gregory Hines was a eunuch, and he was scared for his turn. But come on, man, great comedy.
Because that guy's definitely dead.
Oh yeah.
No, not Gregory Hines, but when they're going through the line, and he goes, that guy's definitely dead.
I mean,
it's just like
just the quality of the jokes. It's like, the jig is up. He says, and gone, and he hauls out. I mean, it's funny, but you can't say that shit nowadays on TV.
Like they have that big joint behind their chariot, that huge joint.
The
soldiers are like, hey, man.
The subdue the army. Man,
Yeah.
great movies.
I give you these 15, 10 commandments.
And you can't do it anymore. Remember, that dance at the end.
Yeah.
They're making fun of homosexual. They made
Exactly.
fun of everybody.
Everybody, yep.
So it can't
Jews
be.
on-
It
Jews
can't
in
be
space.
racist. It can't be wrong
Yeah.
if you're fucking with everybody.
Exactly.
You know what I'm
And
saying?
that's
If
when
you're
Mel
messing
was
with
good at
one
that.
person, if you're messing with, Jews or blacks only or Chinese only, now you're racist. But when you don't give a fuck enough to fuck with everybody,
Everyone.
Exactly.
it's just a good
It's like
movie.
where he has Hitler on ice and Jews in space.
I know. And what was classic about that was the Nazis hated homosexuality.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
they had homosexual Nazis.
Yeah.
They were the worst at it, man.
I know.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Seen that,
Yeah, we were talking about Young Frankenstein or Frankenstein also, like
Frau Blucher.
Frau Blucher. Yeah, that's what I was trying to remember. Frau Blucher, yeah. No matter what I say, what I do not let me out of here. Get me out of here.
Put it on the wrist.
My
Okay.
name is Igor.
Man.
Marty Feldman. I mean, you couldn't get away with that shit today.
Oh, no way.
And Marty Feldman,
way.
you know.
And that was on the extreme movie side, dude. But like you were saying, Archie Bunker,
Jefferson,
George
all that
Jefferson.
shit, man. Yeah.
Hell, remember, I'm from Chicago. Remember Good Times?
yeah.
Good times, yeah.
Good Times. There's stuff they be, there's just shit in that show. And it was just came on every day, Monday through
Yeah.
Friday.
Sanford and
stuff
Son would be another
That,
one.
that you can't say nowadays.
Yeah. Sanford and Son
You
was
know?
great, but
Yeah.
Red Fox, some of the shit he said, you couldn't get away with it
You
today.
can't. And those were mild. Those were
Yeah.
mild. And you can't do
Yep.
it now. You can't do it now.
Have you guys seen Jojo Rabbit? It's a movie that came out.
I want to.
No, I have
haven't.
not.
Hilarious. It's fucking hilarious.
It's with what's his name? The guy who did Ragnarok, Thor Ragnarok.
I
Titi
forget-
Quatiti, something Titi was
I
the
forget-
director.
It's about a little German kid in World
Right.
War II, a German kid in World War II, and his mother is actually
Scarlett Johansson, right?
She's an underground. It was. I'm sorry. What's that?
Was it Scarlett Johansson?
Yes. Yeah. She
Okay.
was underground to help the Jews. So this little German boy, he went to this little German camp to be a little German boy soldier, and he got blew up, and this and that, and he idolizes fucking Hitler, and his imaginary friend is Hitler, and fucking hilarious. It's fucking hilarious.
Taika Waititi, that's his name.
Okay, yeah. Ragnarok, yeah. Great movie.
Taika,
I'm not even going to try to explain it because I
I know, I want to watch that. Taika
What?
Waititi is the director, but he also is the guy who plays the imaginary Hitler. Yes.
No way.
Yeah. Didn't they win an
Jojo
award for that? Didn't they get like they got nominated for Oscar or
They
something?
should have, unless there weren't as many black actors or gay actors in it. Like the statement is.
What's the name of the show again, Chris?
It's Jojo, one word, Jojo, last name Rabbit.
Yeah.
Rabbit.
Yeah,
Okay, I wrote it down.
I think it won an award or two, I
It should-
believe.
it was even funnier the second time I watched it, and it was unbelievable.
We were at a hotel in the early '90s in Salt Lake City, and they were filming a movie, and I don't know what movie it was. And these guys came out of the hotel, and they were dressed up in the SS uniforms. And you talk about people stepping out of the way,
Right?
and it was just like this odd aura. These
Yeah.
are just actors, right? And they're dressed up in these Nazi SS crap. Oh, thank you. Yeah, Kentucky Fried Tofu, Jojo Rabbit. Yep.
Yep.
And it was just the weirdest thing. I'll never forget it. It's just this like almost rage kind of comes up in you,
Yeah.
but then you realize, oh, these are actors, and
I can't understand how people are so, how to word it, so pussified that everything offends you.
Yeah,
Correct.
Fuck. If you do something and I don't like it, I'm like, hey man, that's cool that you do that. even if
It
I
doesn't
don't
mean
like
I don't like you.
right, it doesn't mean
I can
that
disagree
what
with
you're
you.
doing is wrong. It just
Yeah.
means that I don't like what you're doing. That doesn't
Correct.
mean you have to stop doing it.
Phil-
It just means that I don't like it.
Phil,
Correct.
it could be one of your cooking videos, Phil. Oh,
Yeah.
I don't like the way you cooked your fucking baked potato, Phil. But someone's got to say something. You should have put fucking 6 holes in the baked potato.
Instead of 5, yeah.
4.
I've
Or
had
7.
that.
Yeah. Have you really? No shit.
Dude,
That was
I
me.
got
That was me.
I did 2 versions. I hear Chris. I got 2 versions of chitlin video.
Oh, I love
right.
chitlins, man.
Chitlins. Dude, I've had everything. I'm gonna be blunt with you now. I've had comments, everything from you shouldn't be eating slave food. You done sent us back
What?
20 years. You're cooking nigger food. I got people
What?
saying that you're going to hell for eating pork. I've had religious people saying God doesn't like people eating pork. It's a cloven. Dude, I've gotten so many negative comments. I've gotten more positive. Man,
Yeah.
I'm going to hell. I'm a racist. I'm a slave. Dude, over a recipe.
Yeah, over a recipe. I'll tell you, there ain't
Over
no
a
better
recipe.
there ain't no better food than soul food.
Yeah,
And
but,
that has its beginnings back in slave food.
and I
It doesn't mean
explained
I'm going to
that.
hell for eating it, or I
I-
agree with it. Seriously.
I explained that back. I was like, listen, when you're talking about offal, which are organ meats,
Yeah.
it wasn't invented because of slavery. There are people in Asia. There's people in freaking India. There's people.
They eat that stuff. Yeah.
They eat it all
It's
over
over.
the freaking world. Now,
Yeah.
the resiliency of the black folks that were slaves when they slaughter a hog and the good meats, the hams are gone, the ribs are gone, all the good stuff's gone. What's left? A freaking head, a tail, and the fucking guts and the
Yeah.
feet. And then that's what kind of turned into soul food because that's what the slaves had, and they made the best jowl bacon. You couldn't get the belly. Masters
Correct.
took the belly, so you made bacon out the fucking jowl.
Because they didn't
Anyway,
waste anything either.
exactly.
Yeah.
And I tried to explain that in the video. They're like, "Oh, you just sent us back 50, 100 years.
Oh,
You a piece of shit, Phil." I just laugh, or I might say something stupid. You can't be on freaking the internet with thin skin, guys. You can't.
Yeah.
No,
My
at all.
grandparents, man, they would cook up oxtail and tripe. I mean, if
Yeah.
they slaughtered a cow, nothing went to waste.
I'm telling
I'm surprised my grandma wasn't out there cutting off the skin, with the fur so she could use a blanket out of it, and nothing really, but she didn't go to that extreme. But when
that's
it comes
called
to
leather,
food,
baby. That's
Yeah.
called leather.
nothing went to
Yeah.
waste. Or a pig, like you were saying, the jowl, the bacon.
Yeah, everything.
That's just how it was.
Well, isn't it
Yeah.
like the peaks of the fish are like the best
Yeah,
fish?
Mhm.
yeah. Yes.
It's like lobster. Lobster. I'm from Massachusetts, New Hampshire,
Say it.
but yeah, it's like lobster. They used to feed lobster to fucking the low class.
Lobster used to be slave food.
Yeah.
No
Because
shit.
yes, it used to be so abundant in New England.
Yep.
They could catch them like it wasn't anything, and they were feeding it to the slaves. Now, once the nation started expanding and you got further away from the water, then people started craving the freaking seafood that they couldn't get. You start heading out toward the middle of the nation. You're landlocked.
Yeah.
And then lobster getting shipped out there started turning into a delicacy, and that's where we are to this day. I'm embarrassed and proud that I know so much about that color.
Kentucky Fried Tofu says lobster used to be a poverty food, but now
Yes.
it's an upper crust wealthy food.
Damn right. Damn
Yeah.
right. Thanks,
Yeah.
Chris, for bringing that up, baby. I
Well,
gotta give you one of these. All right.
Ba-dum-bum. I got to get a soundboard, dude. That's fun. I'm digging this. I started this last Wednesday, and I'm loving this, man. This is so much fun. And now that I'm starting to figure out StreamYard, like, we got 5 people on it. One time, Phil, I had 2 going, and I didn't realize it. I had
You had 2 going today.
I had my StreamYard going, and at the same time, I had the YouTube going, and people were like, "Yeah, he's talking to himself."
You had 2 going today because I went to one. I was like, "Why is this?" And I went to here where I saw you. At one point, there was 4 of you guys in here. I was like,
Correct.
He just said that. It's like a little bit of a delay. I was like, "Oh, he's running too." And then
Yeah.
I came back,
Yeah.
And as soon as I jumped in, it was you guys were talking about Mel Brooks, and I was stuck.
Yeah, yeah. Go Mel Brooks.
Hey, so Rick from Rick's Barbecue and Specialties, he said I had the same thing with my barbacoa video. I had a guy tell me to stop doing videos like that because it was ruining going to ruin the prices for the real Mexicans.
Oh, good God!
Yeah,
I don't.
well, it's
Man.
like skirt steak. Like
Come on, people.
Skirt steak and flank steak used to be fucking cheap. Now that shit's expensive.
Oh, oxtail, dude, oxtail, cowtail. It used to be dirt freaking cheap, but then people
It's
found out how
expensive, shit,
delicious that shit is.
Fucking
Yeah.
Rick. It was Rick.
Yeah, God damn it, Rick. What the hell? We had my father-in-law has a cattle ranch, and he slaughtered a cow, and we bought half. And I thought he was going to start brawling with me over the tail. And I'm like, no, dude, you can have it. I like oxtail. I love cow tail. I really do. He's like, I want that tail. If you want it, well, it's going to cost. Just take it, dude. I'm seriously.
It's
But
expensive
I like
now.
it. It is,
It's
but I like
expensive
it.
now. But there's a store. I can't think of the name of it right now. Stop it. Anyway, and I'll just buy the whole tails. Like I'll buy the whole tails and cut them myself. I got a video where I did some
You got to
oxtail
buy tail.
and I cut them myself. Yeah, because you have cartilage. I'm sorry, I had to buy tail. Go wait. Good one. But I bought some oxtails, man, and I cut them myself. Did the video that way you can get them really thick. And if you go with the joints instead of them just bandsawing them, because they'll bandsaw them thin. But if you go through the joints, you get big chunks of tail.
That's a big old piece of tail there, man.
Oh, I like a big tail, man. I'm a brother.
I'll take my tail any way I can get it, man.
Braised, washed, young,
Old, fat, skinny.
not moving too fast.
I like to go by the nursing homes for cows and get tail there.
Got to wear a mask, man. You don't want to put nobody at risk.
You do now, but man, the tail's awesome there, man. Yeah, Carrie's over there laughing.
Oh, you guys are great, man. You guys are great.
Oh, this is an open show, man, and I'm going to start doing it every Wednesday. I think it's just an open show where we just whatever comes up. Well, so many guys just try to do barbecue, and that's fine. I got nothing wrong with that. That's where I met you, Phil, was on Ryan and Matt's barbecue show.
Mm-hmm.
A couple weeks ago. They got a great show, but I like kind of like talk show kind of thing. Whatever comes up, man.
See, this is
I
like
meet some great people.
This is like my podcast, and I'm gonna swing back around and get you guys. Trust me. Wait, I'm pointing the wrong place. I'll swing back by and get you. I kind of took a little bit of a break trying to take care of some home stuff, but I got my podcast and I got my YouTube channel. I'm about to start going full bore. But I love that man cave. Chris walked away. Man cave with a freaking M4 right below it. Love that. He's like, man cave, I dare you. That's awesome. But yeah, man, I'm gonna come for you guys. Now, my podcast it's called RBOP, Riddick's Book of Philosophy. I'm Philip Riddick. Riddick's Book of Philosophy. It's not about cooking at all. Now, I'll shout out your channel, but it's about a subject. It's about a subject. I might be talking about anything from pussy to politics.
Right.
We can
the two P's.
Not
the
politics.
2 P's, right? No,
but
nobody wants that shit.
If I need you guys for a guest, are you willing?
You bet.
All right.
Absolutely,
I'll bring you guys in.
Phil.
We can talk about anything, man. Might talk about fatherhood, might talk about freaking your childhood, might talk about being in the hood. It could be hoodless. I don't know. But yeah.
I dig it. I will be there, brother. In a heartbeat.
I'm my real channel is Eastwind Farms. And
okay.
But so tonight we've talked about food, we've talked about booze, guns, open carry, concealed carry,
Mel Brooks
movies, fucking other Blues Brothers movies.
Yeah.
Everything.
All kind of fuckery.
Whatever comes up, man. I don't fucking care.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. I like the barbecue centric shows, they're fine. but I kind of get bored with them, right? Because the conversation just sticks right there. But a conversation that kind of flows into the next thing and the next thing and the next thing,
Yeah.
that's what I like.
As long as no one's rude or nasty about things.
Exactly.
Oh, on
Um,
my podcast, I
oh,
don't give a shit if you get rude.
Oh
or
wow!
nasty.
if I'm your guest, it's open season, right? Because I
It's-
said, yeah, I'll be on your show. It's open season, man.
Yeah, man. Just like we're talking about anything, this is exactly like my podcast.
Yeah.
Right on.
Exactly.
I turned
like
on
the
a
podcast.
guy. I turned on a guy to your show and your podcast just like last week. So I hope he subscribed. His name's Frank, and he's got a YouTube channel called View from the Man Cave.
Okay.
And
nice.
he's a brother from the hood,
All right.
and he talks about fatherhood,
Nice.
right? And he is always trying to help out his daughter at school. I mean, just a great guy. Frank Riviera, I think is his name. I don't know where he lives. Alex said he's a brother, and I call him brother. I don't care who you are. I don't care if you're black, white, green, red, blue. We all bleed red. At the end of the day, we're all brothers,
Yeah.
Was he your
in my
brother?
opinion. I don't give a shit.
Hold
Except
on,
for
Chris.
Chris.
Chris said what?
Except for Chris.
No, I asked if he's a brother. You know, like a
Yeah, he's a brother.
brother.
He is. But I just, I'll chat on. I'll comment. And I'll say, great video, brother. I really appreciate it.
Oh, VA Chick said, Phil, I would have to say I had to leave one of your lives because I was about to unleash evil. It was too much in politics.
Oh,
Look, even the evil's welcome. The evil's welcome because I will never be pissed or ban anyone because
wouldn't
of
either.
their view, even if it's. I'm gonna learn from your view. You're gonna learn from mine. We never have to
Exactly.
agree. We don't have to agree. We have to not fight, but
Correct.
we don't have to agree
and that's just
because-
a lot of people don't get.
because somebody else can understand or see your view or mine. At the same time, there might be some parts of what I say they understand or not. There might be parts that you say that they understand or not, but it's still a valuable conversation.
Exactly.
Correct. What I don't get is people have these opposing political views and they fight. Why? Learn from it. Go in with an open mind. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
If you have a different view, I'm not going to hate you.
Exactly.
But
Exactly.
if you become belligerent with me, I might take offense with it. But if you
There you
listen to, if you give me the common courtesy to listen to me, I'm going to give you the common courtesy to listen to you. It's
Here's one phrase I say on many occasions. I understand what you're saying.
correct. I
That's
don't
it.
necessarily agree, but I understand what you're saying.
As
I like
long
that.
as not you're wrong,
Yeah.
I'm right. That's where the
Correct.
fight starts.
That's the problem. It's like, I could say I like orange juice. I like orange juice. And
I don't.
say I fucking hate orange juice, and I'll never fucking
You're wrong, Chris.
about orange juice. The people that won't listen to a different view and accept or listen to your view,
Mhm.
those are the people you can never fucking change your mind. You can't have a discussion with them because it'll never be a discussion.
Chris,
Correct.
if you say I fucking hate orange juice, I'm gonna say why?
Yeah,
Bingo.
'cause
Why?
it's fucking orange.
That's what I'm gonna say. Why? Why? Well, because it's bitter. I was like, well, I like that shit in vodka.
That's exactly what I was going to say. But what about vodka?
But I'm gonna ask you why. What's your view on that? And I'm like, now, if you will, I like orange juice because of this reason.
Right.
And then we move on to strawberries. Fuck it.
Yeah. Or Mel Brooks.
Oh,
You
no.
like pulp orange juice? Pulp orange juice. Which
Yeah.
one? Which
See, now I like pulp.
I like pulp.
If you're pulpless,
I don't. You're all wrong.
if you're pulpless, you just like things smoother than I do.
Right.
It's
Exactly.
not wrong.
But it all tastes good in vodka. If you put a pulp orange juice in front of me with a vodka, I'm drinking it.
I know.
It gets
And
it gets caught on my teeth when I drink it. I fucking hate pulp orange juice.
and what the takeaway is, even after the conversation, what have you done?
Yeah.
All you have done, VHX says, I hate pulp. Well,
I knew I liked Carrie.
he's hopeless. But what have you done? You have just put a lot of information in the open,
Correct.
and various people are going to see it. It's not right. It's not wrong. It's just there. And I'm surprised by how many people I encounter that,
Blinders.
yeah, they can't
Yeah.
get that point. I don't care for people to have a conversation just that wait for their opportunity to argue.
Right.
You know, listen to what's said, understand it, and then say your part instead of wait, stop right there. You said Jesus? Hold on, man.
Yeah.
I said Jesus because I stubbed my toe. I didn't say Jesus because it was religious. You know, oh, stop. You said Jesus. I mean, I shouldn't have said Jesus. But anyway, you see my point.
No, but I stubbed my toe. That's what I say.
So I'm like, Jesus Christ. Oh, you're a Christian? No, man, I'm an atheist, but my toe hurts.
Oh, God.
Were you All American?
Say again?
Were you All American? Airborne?
Oh, yes, sir. I was all American, and then
Oh,
I spent matter of fact, the 4 times I went to war was with the 82nd Airborne Division. But once I left there, I just spent a little bit of time at RTB, the Ranger Training Brigade, training Rangers and drills. I've done a lot. I've done a lot.
There's a buddy of my job that he's still in the job, and he was with. So the All American was 81st or 101st?
No, the 82nd Airborne Division, all Americans.
So back in the day, they got there, and correct me if I'm wrong, but my buddy told me he was in the 82nd. He said the All American was named that because it was fucking American from every fucking state in America.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, no shit. I had no idea.
Yeah, there were paratroopers from every state in the Union. That's where the AA came from.
Yeah.
Now, here's some trivia.
Oh, no
There we
shit.
go.
Here's some trivia for you.
Yeah, bring it, brother.
Green, I don't know this shit.
In the 80s, there's a place. It's still here to this day because I live that far from Fort Bragg. I'm on the backside of Fort Bragg. Place called Smoke Bomb Hill, and you can look this up. I think the show was 2020, and they were doing a report on alcoholics in the United States Army. and the Sharpette, the Smoke Bomb Hill, which is an area on Fort Bragg, the Smoke Bomb Hill Sharpette sold more beer than any place in the United States of America. And they said the double A, All American, was Alcoholics Anonymous. These are the best trained alcoholics in the United States military.
Nice.
Yeah. Yes,
My brother-in-law just retired from the military last year. He was at Fort Wainwright
nice.
for his last 3 or 4 years.
Oh,
And
that's
he loves
Alaska.
it. Yeah, he loves it up there. He's still up there. He's an Idaho boy, but he still lives up there. And he went to Iraq twice and Afghanistan twice. And some of the stories, after he went in with the 3rd Infantry Division at the beginning, he came home probably 8-9 months later. It was probably early fall, and I got him drunk one night off a beer, and that guy would go through an 18-pack like that, you know. And some of the stories he had to tell you, like, Jesus Christ! I just stubbed my toe, by the way, and but it was like, oh my God, it's amazing, you know. But his favorite was Afghanistan because they'd load goats and sheep goats onto choppers and send them off to these warlords. He goes, you know, my main job was loading goats onto choppers. What a great job.
I'll tell you, man, my 23 years in military.
That's what he did, 23. Yep.
War, man, being an infantry guy, we look for fights. You know, we started the fights. We were looking for people. I wish you would. You know, we were those guys. And yeah, man, my hat's off to the guys that served with me. You know, when you walk where you feel like you can't walk, you're in the mountains of Afghanistan.
Yeah.
I'm going to say this real quick and then I'm not going to talk war. But when the helicopters can only fly so high because the air density gets low, so they have to land on a plateau, you unload and you still have to walk up to get to your objective. Come on, man. That shit. But me being a platoon sergeant at the time, I'm the old guy. And the rule was the old guy doesn't get shot. The old guy doesn't get shot, right? But anyway, we're walking, and then you get some of the younger guys. Oh, Sergeant, I can't walk no more. I'm like, listen, if I'm still fucking walking, you're still fucking walking. They look you right now and be like, Roger that, Sergeant.
Yep.
And those kids, dude, I've never been so proud that you ask them to do it or tell them to do it,
Brings
and they
tears
just
to her.
freaking do it. And oh my goodness, you'd be amazed. You'd be so proud to. I mean, you guys hear the stories, but if you were there to see the shit that kids had to do just because I said so or someone said we had to do it and they got it done, you'd be like, oh my goodness, everybody.
Phil, let me ask you something, and it goes along with that.
Yes, sir.
Do you think that some of that has to do with the fact that it's an all-volunteer army versus a draft army?
I guarantee it's because it's all volunteer, because no one made
Okay.
them be there. Now,
Okay.
speaking of volunteer, all right, you volunteer to join the army.
Correct.
Now, in my environment, you volunteer again to jump out of airplanes. That's a whole different thing. To be airborne.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Then you volunteer again to go to ranger school to be a ranger. So I got double and triple volunteers that don't complain about shit.
Except for walking up the hill.
As opposed to, when you got blood squirting out the freaking air holes in your jungle boot,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Sorry, my foot's bleeding. I'm like, mine too. Keep it moving. Roger that. Period. You would be so proud of these kids. I call them kids. Oh, man, I got so much respect. I had a young man, not going to call his name.
No.
But let me tell you this. I keep saying a quick story. Let me tell you this story. When we found out we were going to Afghanistan, okay, I had a kid. He's my driver. He had a bad knee, really bad. They were planning on chaptering him out of the military because he had a bad knee.
Wow.
Medically. So now we're going to Afghanistan. He's like, so I'm really, can I speak to you? Yeah, bring your ass into here. He's E4 specialist. I'm a freaking sergeant first class.
Is that an E7 or 8?
Yeah, I was E7.
E7.
And he was an E4. Sorry, you can't leave me behind. I've been training with these guys for all these freaking years for us to go to war. And now you guys are going to war. You can't leave me behind. He almost got tears in his eyes. I was like, listen, look, get the fuck out of my office. I didn't go talk to the first sergeant. Okay. Talk to, Lieutenant, hey, sir, here's the deal, blah, blah, blah. I need to go talk to the first sergeant. You go talk to company commander. So I go talk to the first sergeant, who is the E8 with the diamond in the middle. First sergeant, you need to listen to this kid. I mean, he's saying he wants, I think he's a liability. I don't want to take him because if a vehicle goes down and we're on foot, he's got a bad knee. I'm responsible for this kid. He's a liability.
Yeah.
All right, well, bring him in. So we bring him in. Company commander comes in, standing by the door, because we didn't report to the CO. The CO just kind of stood by the door. He said, what's your case? And he started telling me the same shit and telling the first sergeant the same shit. Hell, I was starting to well up with a little bit of tear in my eye. First sergeant was doing the same shit. Company commander, first sergeant was like, get the fuck out of my office. All right. Thanks, first sergeant. He walks out. Company commander comes in. We close the door. I'm like, listen, I can't tell this kid no. It's up to you. First sergeant, company commander. First sergeant, CO's like, look, we're taking her. We're taking her. So we get to Afghanistan and we did what we were doing. And it got to the point, this kid's knee was fucking broke, but he wouldn't quit. Sometimes him being my driver, we would drive for miles and miles. And one time he was driving, I'm half tired. And I look over and he got tears coming out of his eyes. I'm like, I almost said his name. I don't want to say his name.
No names. Yeah.
I'll go with his first name. First name was Wade. I'm not going to go with his last name. Are you all right? Specialist, blah, blah, blah.
I know. Like,
yeah. Oh, Wade. Yeah. Jesus. Yeah. He's a good kid.
and he's got tears in his eyes. His knee's killing him. I said, look, once we stop, I drove for a mile just so he can get some sleep. Anyway, this kid ended up destroying his freaking knee to the point where we had to air vac him back to the United States after all of our part was over, about a month before we were done. And we were there for like 8 months. So he did 7 months of diligent freaking God-given defend the United States work, destroyed his knee. We ended up flying him out. And he's on my Facebook to this day. And he did a great job. He did a great job. That's a sacrifice. That's a sacrifice. When you could walk really good, to the point where you're on crutches because you didn't want to be left behind when you didn't have to go to war. Come on, man.
Yeah,
Come on, man.
I got a funny.
that's grit.
Yeah.
Is last story that I have. But so I was in D.C. in the Marine Barracks, and we had this first sergeant, and he was a black guy. We call him dark green Marines.
All right. Yeah.
This motherfucker. I'm 6'5". He was 6'5". This motherfucker was jacked, and his wife was a warrant officer, and they actually had to like remake fucking Dress Blues for this guy because he was so big. And I wasn't in the car with the guy, but he was with one of my buddies who he was corporal as well, and he was driving him somewhere. I forget why or where or whatever, but my buddy the corporal was in the back seat. He's like, "Get the fuck up here, motherfucker! I ain't driving Miss Daisy." He's like, I ain't no black guy driving no Mexican on the back of my fucking car. It's like,
That's funny.
It's like you can see that shit in the Marine Corps, you know.
That reminds me of a joke. It reminds me of a joke. You got a bunch of basic trainees. Drill sergeant shows up. You guys got freaking 10 seconds to get on that bus, and 5 of them already gone. So everybody piles on the bus, but all the black guys get in the back, and all the white guys get in the front. Right. And they're like, drill sergeant gets in, like, this is bullshit. Everybody get off the fucking bus. Everybody get off the bus. Everybody runs. He's like, everybody here is fucking green. There's no racism. Everybody here is fucking green. So you get on that bus, and I want all the light green motherfuckers in the back and all the dark green motherfuckers in the front.
That's funny. Yep. You know, I went to Alaska 4 years ago. I took my brother-in-law. I met him in Anchorage because he was still active duty, and we went to Kodiak where my brother works for Fish and Game. We fiddle farted around on this island for about 3 days, and he got drunk one night, and he goes, you know, because I work with some of the dumbest son of a bitches out there. And I'm like, oh, what? Because, you know, Phil, have you ever been to Wainwright?
No, never been to Alaska, never.
Okay, in Alaska, they have what's called tundra Wookiees.
Okay. Well, what's a Wookiee? I know what tundra is.
Yeah. It's a woman who has a bigger beard than I have. Shitting. And David would be like, you know, on a Friday, I'd tell these guys, you know, you're going to get drug tested on Monday, so don't do anything stupid. You're not going to meet Mrs. Wright up here because all there are is a bunch of fucking tundra Wookiees up here. And he said, God damn it, I'd still, you know, about once a month, some kid would blow a pee test or some guy would say, I got married over the weekend. And, you know, he'd introduce us to his wife and sure as shit, it'd be a fucking tundra Wookiee, man. He goes, that's what drugs and alcohol will do to you.
That's awesome. Oh, my goodness. I'm so glad you guys invited me, man. This is fantastic.
Eddie Murphy in, who was that movie when he was in with Nick Nolte? The first Eddie Murphy, Nick Nolte.
Oh, come on.
He was an ex-con, and Nick Nolte got him out of the prison.
Yep, it's right on the tip of my tongue.
So he
once you say it, I'll know. It sounds familiar.
So he went during the course of the movie. He went to a black club, and there was this big motherfucker. So Eddie Murphy was sitting on a fucking black chick, and then she's like, "Nah, I got my boyfriend here," and he comes up. He's like,
48 hours.
Thank you, Rick.
Yeah. Thank you, Rick.
I said, I've been in prison. Prison make a motherfucker do any. I forget what I'll have to look up the quote, but he's like, I'll fucking do it. Let me look it up.
Pussy make a motherfucker brave.
Yeah.
So that's another movie. You can't. Come on. Well, you might be able to get away with that. You might be able to get away with that one.
It would be tough.
Calling all those insult names and all that stuff, and you know, cornbread or whatever.
Yeah.
And guys, I have to step away for 1 minute. Talk amongst yourselves. Talk amongst yourselves.
What's terrible is the cinematic culture, the cinematic messages and lessons that our kids are gonna miss.
Yeah.
Just because you're not allowed to say shit, harmless shit,
Right.
Okay, where people can't distinguish the difference between a racial slur and a joke.
Right.
A plot to the movie and then something that's meant to hurt somebody.
Lighthearted humor versus an insult. Yeah,
Yeah,
totally.
exactly. And if it's in a movie, it's there to entertain. If you don't like the genre or the message of the movie, then don't watch the motherfucker. Turn it off.
It's
Watch a different movie, but don't try to stop everybody else from seeing it.
right.
It's
like, and I'm going to go into not politics, but I said this on someone else's live stream the other night. It's like these groups that are making these groups that work for school districts that are picking history books.
Okay.
Certain history books that they want to teach a certain history to these kids. They're not teaching real history. They're teaching them what they want the kids to see, what was our history. So they're not seeing the real thing. And I can see your fucking gears are going.
Well, I have a problem with Tom Sawyer. Now they're either not letting people read it or they're editing it or whatever. Okay, listen, niggas in the book, read it.
Yeah.
Okay, that was the message. That was the literature of the time.
Right.
Correct.
Okay, so if Tom Sawyer wrote it, read it as written.
Right.
And learn the lesson that he was trying to teach.
Learn the lesson.
I don't see nobody trying to rewrite the Bible. I'm pretty sure it's done somewhere. But come on, man. Let there be light means let there be fucking light. Yeah, come on, man. Turn on the bulb. Come on. You can't rewrite everything.
We threw a party one time.
Sawyer. I've never read Tom Sawyer or anything like that.
Really? Oh, it's a good book.
No, I up north, I guess we never read it because our teachers thought that was something that we didn't have to learn.
Or they didn't want you to read. They didn't want you because the N-word was in the book. Come on, man.
Yeah.
Leave it as is. If you don't like it, it's just like TV shows. It's just like anything else. You got rated R in a movie.
Yeah.
That means you can't take nobody in there under 17 without parental guide, without the parent taking in there.
Correct.
Don't take your kid in there to see a freaking dick and booty movie and then get upset because your kid saw a dick and booty movie. You took the kid in there.
Right.
Yeah.
It clearly said rated R. You're going to see some testicles and nipples. If you take your kid in there and they see the testicles and nipples, it ain't the director's fault. It's your fucking fault for taking your kid in there to see the fucking testicles and nipples.
And then
Exactly.
You're jerking off to the fucking Sears catalog because I
Yeah. Come on. Hey, Spiegel, rest in peace. The Spiegel catalog was the shit.
I love Sears catalog, man. That was a bomb.
The underwear section got me through grammar school.
It took me a while to figure out, but my grandpa had an outhouse and he always had the Sears catalog in, and that's what you use to, do number 2, wipe with. But I think that there was more to it. And it took me a little while longer to figure that one out.
You didn't wipe with the sticky pages, did you? That's terrible.
No, but you could look
nasty,
down
Mike.
in that hole.
You
and
nasty, Mike.
Sears catalog pieces in there, like, no sticky pages. I've always avoided those. There's always a lingerie section. It's really weird.
But it's I just hate how because a certain group or religion or people or person or thing, whatever. Remember that a noun is a person, place, or thing. Anyway, because some people, person, or whatever doesn't like something, should not make it so that someone else can't experience it.
Right.
Come on, man. We're killing ourselves. We're kicking ourselves in the balls.
Yeah, right. So Kentucky Tofu earlier mentioned that HBO streaming took Blazing Saddles off. Well,
I knew that.
Yeah, but it's just like, but it's like you said, Phil. Why not? If you don't like it, change the damn channel.
Change the channel. I hate. There's this show. I was watching the news. There's this show right now where I can't think of the name of it. It's like these little girls that are dancers or
Yes.
cheerleaders or whatever. I can't think of the name of the show.
Netflix, yeah.
And the purpose of the show, according to the director, was to show that there's stuff happening where little girls are being exploited.
Yeah.
But they kind of missed the mark because of doing the show was exploiting little girls.
Right.
But their intent, they explained their intention was to try to bring awareness to this is happening, although they were part of making it happen. But the point, it wasn't that the show was bad, although some people, they're exploiting little girls, blah, blah, blah. No, listen to the message.
Right.
If you don't want to watch it, then don't. Now, the other side of that coin, other side of that coin is there are people that are pedophiles or aroused by little kids, little girls or boys or whatever.
What is the appeal, first of all?
So there is none that I can see.
But
but I can understand how people are leery, how they can worry, hey, this might be, you got a bunch of freaking 50, 60, 70-year-old guys trying to stroke one out to some 13, 12, 11-year-olds. I can see the problem.
Yeah.
But that wasn't the intent of the show.
Sure.
So where's the line where your expression is stifled? I got that from eat it. But your expression is stifled for fear of somebody else's fucking problem. You know what I'm saying? There's so many things thrown up in there. People can't do shit.
Yeah.
And that's what disturbs me. That's what bothers me.
Yeah.
I just can't wait till they legalize marijuana in North Carolina so motherfuckers can chill the fuck out.
Exactly.
I'm gonna say this out loud. Marijuana should be legalized freaking nationwide.
I agree.
We can make money for the revenue for this country with the fucking taxes and shit, and people can eat fucking crazy shit and shut the fuck up. I just want to say that. All right.
I never
invest in Pizza Hut.
A joint. I'm gonna fucking beat your ass, motherfucker. You want to fight, motherfucker? Never saw a guy smoking a joint wanting to fucking fight.
Never.
Exactly.
Alcohol,
never.
Worse. I think alcohol is way worse than fucking marijuana.
I agree.
And
I agree. And see, that's why I ran out. No, alcohol does more harm. I think alcohol does more harm to our country. And I hope they don't ban it because I'm a fan. But anyway, alcohol does more harm to our country than marijuana, I think has and can. Because high motherfuckers eat and sleep.
Right.
Yep. That's all they want to do.
And if you don't fuck early, you're gonna doze off and miss the pussy. Listen, high motherfuckers eat and sleep.
Eat and sleep.
That's what they do.
Invest in Pizza Hut at that point, man.
I've never smoked marijuana, but I would imagine if I did when I was a kid, I might have been driving home one night and gone like 10 miles an hour and like, where am I?
Yeah.
I'm not driving 90 miles an hour the wrong way on a fucking highway.
Yeah.
Well,
foolish shit like that.
I have smoked marijuana.
I have too.
Before I joined the military, I did smoke marijuana. Now, on my original contract, I had to confess to my recruiter that, hey, if you ever did drugs, I was like, yes, marijuana. He said, experimental?
Yeah.
Yes. And that's on my original contract, experiment. I wasn't an addict or nothing like that.
Right.
But out of all the weed smoking people I knew and know now, I still don't smoke it, but you meet people.
I do.
I have never met a violent weed smoker.
No, you don't.
Never.
They want to chill. Now, why do you think one of the reasons why I'm so chill?
But I've met a lot of mean, angry fucking drunks.
Hell yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I got an angry drunk sister. My sister fucking
angry.
Well, listen, I'm married, but if I wasn't, I'd be like, look, can I get her smoking some weed and what's her phone number? That's fine.
No, and I get some, there's a lot of jobs out there that require you not to. I mean, look at it like a truck driver, right? If they get pulled over, 0.08 doesn't apply to them. It's like 0.04 or 5 or something like that.
It's like -2, man. If you look like you drink something, you go into jail. Yeah.
But you know what? That's your choice of employment.
Yes.
And that's where you signed off saying, hey, I'm not going to drink. or it will risk my license. That is your choice.
Yes. Now, here is my for all of you people that are important listening, government. One, PTSD. I'm hearing that marijuana and THC is a good thing for people with post-traumatic stress syndrome.
Exactly.
People with freaking eating disorders. Come on, man. You're not going to be bulimic or free. Listen, you ain't smoking weed and eating and throwing up. You're going to eat that shit and swallow.
Yeah,
you know
you're
what I'm
eating a bag of chips, man.
Exactly. Marijuana, from what I understand, and I'm no scientist and all that shit, but there are a lot of benefits: digestion, mood. I don't see a guy smoking a couple joints and wanting to go shoot up a fucking school. You know what I'm saying?
No.
He might smoke a couple joints and go to the cafeteria and try to get some of that cafeteria pizza and shit. That's some good ass pizza, by the way.
Give me some.
It can be. Yeah.
Give me some pizza, motherfucker.
And a fruit cup, bitch. But you know, I think marijuana is way less dangerous than alcohol. And you start talking opioids, no comparison.
No.
You know, heroin and shit like that, no comparison.
Yeah.
But I don't know how we got on that.
That's the beauty of this show, Phil. We just talk whatever the hell we want, man. I love it.
Ribs, guns, and marijuana.
I know, man. Shoot. Look, I got a cooking show. You know what weed would do for my shit? Daddy cooks something. Look that shit up.
That could explain why Patrick Joe did the whole bag of chips.
Yeah,
no, I'm
man.
right there with you, brother. You know, I did about 3 weeks, maybe 4 weeks ago. You know, and it just mellows you out. You know, the next thing I know, I'm literally ordering a pizza online.
Yeah,
I will tell you this: I invested, and you guys can hit me up if you want to. I got like in my portfolio, I want to say like 10, 15 marijuana companies. Now, I'm talking about stock. All right. Right now, they're up, down, because the stock market's volatile, you know, for whatever reasons. But anyway, and I have a couple companies out of Canada. I'm hearing that depending on the administration, I'm trying to tip your toe like a motherfucker.
You're right. You're right.
Depending on the administration, they'll take marijuana off the bad boy list. The federal bad boy
Class A crap. Yeah,
exactly. The federal Class A list. You have heroin, you have opioids, and marijuana is right there on that list.
correct.
But if that comes off,
Yep.
the companies that I do have stock in are one, medical marijuana companies that sell equipment so you can grow marijuana, companies that just do weed by itself. You see what I'm saying? So if that and I'm hanging on to these stocks, and if that happens, shit, man, I'll be home for good. Something to think about, folks. Just something to think about.
You're right. I mean, look at a doctor. You trust a doctor to get somebody hooked on oxycodone. My wife was for years, right? And she was a functioning addict, and she finally broke herself of it.
Thank God.
Yeah, exactly. It was causing a lot of problems with us, but I get it at the time that that's what she needed, right? So you trust a doctor to opioid somebody up big time, but yet, like in the state of Idaho, they can't prescribe me a thing of medical marijuana? That just makes no sense. No. What would you rather have somebody hooked on? Pizzas and chips, or opioids? I'll take pizza and chips any day, man. You know, fortunately, Oregon is like 50 miles from here, and I can just go across the border and buy it. You know, and it's in a legal shop, and it's under a regulated growing environment. It's not some Joe Blow off the street picking that shit up for God knows from where.
Growing that shit in their basement.
Yeah. Who knows what they're spraying that shit with?
Yeah.
It is what it is. I mean, think about it. Yeah, federally it's still legal. So, you know, but the DEA has been told to not go into these states that are making these things legal. The DEA has been told not to fucking bust these guys' chops.
Well, that happened after we lost Jeff Sessions.
Yeah.
Jeff Sessions hated fucking weed. Yep. He hated weed.
So does McConnell. Okay.
Yes, exactly. So all I'm saying is, I'm just waiting for that shit to come on the bad boy list, no matter how it happens, and I'm gonna be like,
Yep.
college baby. That's all I'm saying. VHX says, Phil, what do you really want to say? Weed for everybody.
Yeah.
Weed for
Oh,
everybody.
yeah.
Put your hands together for weed. There you
You
go.
know, I would imagine weed is better than this.
Yes.
Well, I tell you this, I guarantee if marijuana is legalized, freaking what's the name of the big company? You got Newports and Cools and all. What's the name of the big company?
Philip Morris and
Philip Morris and all that.
Yeah.
They're just itching. They're just itching because they're gonna put every freaking street mofo and person with their little bodegas and everyone with their little boutiques and shit. They're gonna kill them.
Yeah.
Correct. They're gonna kill them. You're gonna be able to go spend $20-$30, and instead of spending $10, $15, depending on where you're, anywhere from $5 to $15, wherever you live, for cigarettes, you'll be spending $10 to $40 for a pack of weed cigarettes.
Exactly. Yeah.
And it's gonna say Salem, it's gonna say Benson and Hedges, it's gonna say fucking Cool, it's gonna say Newport. Can you imagine? Do you want what do you call it? Methon? No, not methon.
Menthol.
Menthol. Thank you. Stop it. Menthol or non-menthol weed? Come on, man.
No, God, give me a menthol weed any day, man.
Filtered or non-filtered? Trust me, if they legalize that shit, you're gonna be putting up with the same thing.
You know, in Massachusetts, they did away with all flavored tobacco. That means no fucking menthols.
Really?
No flavored tobacco. So if you dip mint tobacco, they don't sell fucking any flavored tobacco, any fucking blunts with like cherry or whatever. It's just
when did that happen?
You can buy Marlboros, but you can't buy fucking Newports or Cools or fucking blunts or mint flavored fucking chewing tobacco.
Dude, my last 4 years in the Army, let me get these years right. From 94 to 98? No. 2004 to 2008. Yeah. 04 to 08, I was a freaking one of the assistant professors of military science at freaking WPI, Worcester Polytechnic Institute in Worcester.
Uh-huh.
I had to say Worcester. Anyway, don't say Worcester. Don't say Worcester. They'll kick your ass. But yeah, I was in Worcester for freaking 4 years.
Yeah.
And they still had flavored tobacco. When did they take the flavors away?
This just happened a couple of years ago.
Ah, shit.
Yeah.
Well, I quit smoking. I don't smoke anymore.
Well, so what I'm saying, you know,
I'm a menthol guy.
Let me digress to fucking Dave Chappelle.
I love Dave Chappelle, man.
Love him.
When Dave Chappelle did his reparations video and he's driving a fucking cube van, he's like, what do you get with your reparations money? I bought a motherfucking box truck full of Cools or Newports.
You know, I have to admit, my favorite, and I'm if the government's listening or anybody, please don't take offense to this. My favorite skit was the niggers. The family.
Oh, yeah.
You guys are my favorite niggers.
No.
Wait. The nigger family. I know what you're talking about. That was perfect.
Right. Yeah.
I'll tell you, you niggers.
Nigger family.
Wait,
Party of two.
niggas. No. Clayton Bigsby.
Yes. The blind racist.
That was his first season.
Oh my God.
That was
really?
Yes. Clayton Bigsby was the first season. I was like, he's done. He's done. And he did how many seasons after that?
At least 3.
Oh my goodness. And the reason he stopped is because they were trying to take away his creative license. Yeah. They wanted him to do certain shit, and he stopped. He just went to Africa.
Yep.
And then he came back. Now he's back on top. You know, he just got like 3 Emmys.
Yeah,
good for him.
He just got 3 Emmys this week for the stuff he did on Netflix.
Yes.
His Netflix specials, man. See, now, greatest comedians. I'm not going to say greatest. I'll say most profound comedians in my book. Freaking George Carlin.
Yep.
Yeah.
Freaking Dave Chappelle. I'm talking about profound. I mean, people you listen to, you're like, he's funny, but holy shit, he's profound.
He's
Now,
got a message behind it.
has a message behind it. Now,
Yes,
one that's funny, not as profound, but kind of profound is what's his name? You can't fix stupid. Come on, tater salad. What's his name? Shit. Help me out, chat. Ron White. Ron White.
Oh, Ron White, yes.
Oh my goodness.
He always has a drink. Yeah.
I always said, yes, sir. I always got some whiskey. Ron White. But you listen to anything George Carlin has to say, young, old.
He was amazing.
Oh my goodness.
The words you can't say on TV.
Exactly. Exactly. But he spoke. Look this up, folks. He spoke to either Congress or the Senate. And oh my goodness, it wasn't a comedy routine, but he was saying some look that up on YouTube when George Carlin went to speak to either Congress or the Senate or one of these judicial committees or whatever. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Oh my, I wish he would have ran for office. Wish he would have ran for office.
I've never seen that he went to that he spoke in front of.
Oh, Google it, man. Google it. He went and spoke in front of Congress or the Senate or in some capacity like that. You'll find it's easy. Okay. And just George Carlin spoke to the government. Wow. Oh, that guy was profound.
He was.
The comics that you mentioned, what I love about them is they're very cerebral.
Yes.
Right. Dave Chappelle, I think, is the master at that. And we'll go back to the niggers, right?
Yeah.
That is very cerebral. He's
calm down, Chris. Calm down, Chris.
Yeah. No. He is making fun of racism.
Yes.
He really is. Yeah. Like Mel Brooks. Just flat out making fun of it.
What got me about that whole skit, the whole skit was, for those of you that are like, holy shit, he can't believe he said it. Is the nigga family, Nigga family, was a white family. Right. And that was their last name.
Yeah.
Right.
You guys are my favorite nigga.
You're always late for your bills. You're always never paying your bills on time.
you niggas is always late. Yeah.
Even the camera say, niggas.
Yeah. And then the milkman, the black guy, Dave Chappelle. All right, guys, here's your milk. All right. Catch you later, niggas. And he'd leave. But it was a white family, and their last name was Nigga.
Yeah.
The nigga family.
Yeah,
so there you go. You can wake your kids up. You don't have to hide them from this fucking conversation.
No, but it's very cerebral because he's making fun and showing how stupid racism is.
Exactly.
And that's the way his skits were, like the coke addict guy. And it's like a guy would, he's in front of class and he's just got white shit all over his face,
Puffer.
Oh, what was his name? Oh shit.
When he had Wayne Brady on his show. And Wayne
it's Wayne Brady, bitch.
That guy. He was killing cops and hookers, and Dave Chappelle was like scared. He was like, dude.
And what was so funny is Wayne Brady's one of the most clean cut entertainers. You need to bring Wayne Brady his money, bitch. He's like, oh shit.
Yeah. He's like, get out of this car. Yeah.
But so cerebral. Yeah. You really. I mean, if you're just sitting there watching it because that's funny, but there's a message behind it.
It is. They're keeping it real.
Yeah.
When people keep it real.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, guys! I've enjoyed this so much. Thanks for letting me in. I gotta
go too.
Yeah, I'm gonna tend to my wife.
Hey, Chris, hold up, Jet.
Hey, I love you guys like cook food. I appreciate it. I'm out of here. And if anyone I hurt your feelings, fuck it, I really don't care. Anyway, I love you guys, man, and thanks for inviting me. You're always welcome.
I would love to be on your show, man. Anytime,
I'll bring you in, baby. I'll get you. I will get you.
Sounds good.
All right, you guys take care. All right, guys. Bye.
Hey, Chris, Diesel came back. Our kitty that's been missing for 2 days. He just showed up.
Oh, yeah. Awesome.
Yeah, he just, I don't know what he's doing. Maybe he's got a second family somewhere. I don't know.
During the warm months, they wander. We have cats that go away for like 3 days and they come back.
Yeah,
that's awesome. Yeah. So Todd just said from Dad's Incredible, Does Wayne Brady have to choke a bitch? And that's what
Oh my god. Yeah. What a
I gotta do some work around the yard tomorrow. But thanks for letting me on, and
yeah. We'll do it again next week.
and good night to everyone that's on.
Good night, everybody. Thank you so much for showing up. I'm very humbled. I appreciate it. All right, guys. We'll talk to you later. Take care.
Yeah.
Bye. Good night, everybody. Love you.